Good Lord. And he's out of bounds, probably. Nope. But
Tonight's LP Cavalier football live stream is presented by City Center Rehabilitation.
And good evening and welcome
therapy,
to LP Cavalier football from Woodstock High School. Week 6 of this high school football season, the two-thirds mark through the season. Jeremy Aiken, Mike Porter here with Mike Sabatini behind the camera on the Starvac Media YouTube channel. And the Cavaliers with their longest road trip of the season here in Week 6 at Woodstock. Hello, everybody. And, whoa, the extra point just hit off the crossbar. Yes, the JV game is still going. In fact, there's 31 seconds left. And LP leading 31-18. Last week, Mike, at this time, I think we were already in the second quarter at Morris.
Yeah, I would believe as fast as Morris was playing at that time, we were definitely moving well past the first quarter. So this game did get started a little later than normal at 5:30. We heard for allowing travel from LP, an hour and 45 minutes on the road for us today up into northeastern Illinois. We're just south of the Wisconsin border, so we're feeling it tonight. We'd like to see this varsity game get going.
Yeah, it's a nice thought to allow more LP fans to get here, but of course the downside is the return trip home tonight, where we're more than likely not going to roll into town well past midnight. Now, which I love to see, the teams were treated to Green River Lines
yes.
charter buses up here. We saw them parked out in front of Woodstock High School, so I'm sure a lot of the players will be able to sleep in comfort on the way home, and the coaches as well.
Comfortable going home in those charter buses, so which is nice, especially on these long road trips. You don't get too many of these on a yearly basis, so it is nice for the players to be able to at least enjoy that on the way home.
So again, the JV game, or fresh off, whichever you'd like to call it, is still going here, 31-18. The Cavaliers in front, and they're looking to go 5-1. There was an onside kick, and LP recovered, so they should be able to take a knee and win this junior varsity game. You're listening to the pregame show for tonight's matchup between LP and Woodstock, and our pregame show, as always, is brought to you by GAF in Peru. GAF is North America's largest roofing and waterproofing manufacturer. GAF is proud to be a supporter of the LP Cavaliers football team and is wishing them good luck in tonight's game. If you're looking to join a great team, apply at GAF.com today. Again, this is week 6. LP coming in, of course, off a big loss last week, 40-0 at Morris, to fall to 3-2 and 1-1 in the conference. Woodstock had their rivalry matchup a week ago, and they fell just shy of a victory against their crosstown rival Woodstock North, as they lost by a score of 14-7. Woodstock, though, Mike, has had a tough schedule so far. They opened with Rochelle, who is a playoff-type team. They then lost to Moraga, who's 3-2. And then they played Sycamore and Canelan back-to-back. So Woodstock North is their only opponent so far that doesn't have a winning record.
Yeah, when you start with teams like that, as powerful as they are, that's a real tough road to go on. And the players get down, and they just have to realize that they're playing some really good teams that are all going to probably make the playoffs.
And if you're Woodstock, obviously you're probably not going to get in to the playoffs. They're 0-5. And usually you need at least 5 wins, unless every now and again you'll get a few 4 and 5 teams in there as they try to fill all the 8 classes with playoff teams. But what Woodstock is going to look at tonight is this is homecoming. So as you know, teams obviously get fired up and want to win that homecoming football game. So LP not going to be in for an easy one would think, against Woodstock. Now last year's matchup at Howard Fellows Stadium was a pretty comfortable LP win, not a clock runner by any means. It was 24-0 LP over Woodstock. In fact, since they started this partnership with the Kishwaukee River and Interstate 8, LP has won both games, and when you combine the scores, 73-7. So it's been all LP. In fact, I know LP has yet to lose to Woodstock North as well.
Yeah, I was going to say Woodstock North or regular, just straight Woodstock, LP is undefeated. So we welcome them to the conference.
Maybe we should add Woodstock Marion next year, the third Woodstock school, the private school. But speaking of other schools, we'll be keeping tabs of other games tonight. Now, the big matchup in this conference, no doubt about it, is with Morris, or actually Sycamore and Canelan. Those two go back quite a ways. Of course, 2 of the heavyweights in our conference. So we'll be following that game along, see if we can get a score throughout the night with Canelan and Sycamore. Elsewhere in the Interstate 8, Ottawa's got their homecoming matchup at King Field against Woodstock North. And then a crossover matchup, a couple heavyweights, Richmond-Burton at Morris. And last year, Richmond-Burton handed it to Morris. So we'll see. Both are 5-0. And both stayed ranked. I know we're very interested to see how that game goes.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Obviously, we saw how Morris played last week in their run-and-gun type, no slow offense. And Richmond-Burton is just a perennial power every year. And like you said, they took care of Morris last year. So it'll be interesting to see what Morris does against Richmond-Burton.
And as we get closer and closer to playoffs, of course, we want to pay attention to our 2 non-conference foes for LP as we try to rack up some playoff points. United Township is at Rock Island tonight, and Metamora is hosting Pekin. So good luck to those teams. And just some other area games from the Illinois Valley. A huge game at Princeton tonight. The Tigers, 4-1, hosting unbeaten Kewanee. So that could go a long ways in determining who wins that side of the Three Rivers Conference. And that game is on our sister station, 99.3 WAJK. Over on 96.5 The Wolf, it's homecoming for Hall. The Red Devils hosting Chillicothe IVC. And you're maybe wondering, why are they playing Chillicothe IVC? Well, every team in the Three Rivers, at least this side, the Hall side, had to find a game because, of course, St. Bede left the conference. And, teams scramble. Princeton added Sterling to their schedule and beat them last week. So Hall was able to add Chillicothe IVC, and that's why they're stepping out of the conference for 1 week. So we wish Coach Randy Tiemann and Hall best of luck as they try to win their homecoming game. Elsewhere tonight, Bureau Valley at Sterling Newman. I mentioned Ottawa hosting Woodstock North. Marquette is home to Ridgewood. Fieldcrest is at GCMS, which is short for, can you name it,
Gibson
Mike?
City, Melvin Sibley?
You got it. Yeah, Gibson City, Melvin Sibley.
All right.
And Streeter is at Lyle, and a big 8-man game tonight, Amboy Lamoille at Milledgeville. Now, there's a couple games tomorrow. Here on 103.9 WLPO, we'll have the annual homecoming game for St. Bede always a very festive day at the Academy for homecoming. Really a festive week for that matter.
Yep.
But the homecoming game, you got the tents and RVs on the campus. And the Bruins are hosting Elmwood Park. And again, we'll have that game for you. Rick Sipovic and Mike Brown will have the call. 1 o'clock kickoff, and it'll start at 1 o'clock sharp without the prelim game. 12:45 pregame, and you'll also be able to watch tomorrow's game of St. Bede and Elmwood Park on our Star Rock Media YouTube channel. Mike Sabatini will be providing camera for that one as well. So a busy weekend of football here in 103.9 WLPO with LP tonight and St. Bede on Saturday. So again, we'll have some scoreboard updates brought to you by Subway throughout this game. LP and Woodstock, again, what was the final? I forgot to write down the final score, Mike, of that freshman sophomore.
It was 31-23, I believe.
Okay, so LP, we do know LP won the fresh soft game 31-23, so that's in the books. And LP's fresh soft team has moved to 5-1 on the season. Early loss just by one score last week to Morris.
Last week. Yep.
And that was basically because of an unfortunate fumble.
Yep.
By
Morris
LP.
ended up with the ball inside the 5, so that was their only score of the game. So the great defense was struggled last week.
And speaking of struggling, Mike, let's talk a little bit more about Woodstock. I know we were talking on the way up here. Obviously 0-5, but staggering offensively that they've only scored 28 points. Again, they've faced Sycamore, Rochelle, and Canelan, but you do the math, that's less than a touchdown a game that they're averaging.
Yeah, you don't normally see that in high school.
No.
Obviously when you play teams like we said before, just of that stature, with great defenses, it's just going to happen, unfortunately, for them. And, for the fans here at Woodstock, that's just got to be a little depressing seeing your home team only scoring, 5 points a game.
And this is Woodstock's third home game of the year. They had Canelan and Rochelle here. Now, some of the names will be focused on for Woodstock. Their quarterback is Caden Thompson. He had a touchdown pass last week against Woodstock North. Max Miller, he goes by Max, although we noticed right away, according to the program, his full first name is Maximus.
Yeah, there aren't too many Maximuses out there, if that's the correct way to say it.
Yeah.
Plural Maximi, I don't know.
Maximus, yeah. So, the pressure's on to be good.
Yeah, if you're named Maximus,
you got to be a stud, right?
Yep, you
so
would think.
Maximus Miller had 81 yards rushing last week. And Woodstock, dating back to last year, they have lost 9 games in a row. So LP, you would think, would be favored to win this one, but again, the long bus ride and homecoming night for the Blue Streaks, and we may have a little longer than normal halftime show, given that they're going to do their homecoming court and so forth at the half. So we've come ready with some talking points at half. Mike has looked up a little bit of history with Woodstock High, and we'll also go over some of the activities going on with LP Athletics at halftime. We're going to take our first break here. We're underway as far as the pregame show goes. Probably a good 25 minutes away still from kickoff. Looking probably right around 8 o'clock for the varsity matchup between the LP Cavaliers and the Woodstock Blue Streaks. Jeremy Aiken, Mike Porter on 103.9 WLPO. You're listening to the GAF pregame show. Back after this.
Had surgery and need physical therapy. Did you know you have a choice? You broke your leg or tore a ligament and need physical therapy. Did you know you have a choice? City Center Rehabilitation. You do have a choice. If you've had a sports injury or any kind of injury and need rehab, City Center Rehabilitation. And City Center Rehab does it all. Sports enhancement, sports medicine, aquatic therapy, athletic training, and more. If you need physical therapy, you can choose where you go. Choose City Center Rehabilitation in Peru. See more at citycenter-rehab.com.
For plumbing, heating, cooling, generators, and appliances, think Grazier's Plumbing and Heating in McNabb. Whether you run cold or hot, Grazier's will make sure your home is always just the right temperature. And for those cold winter nights, or when the power's out. And Grazier's does boilers too.
Gotta call Grazier's 882-2111.
Gergovich Family Chiropractic in LaSalle's a proud supporter of high school sports. Dr. Gergovich utilizes the most advanced technology to provide effective care for men, women, and children of all ages. Whether you're getting down in a three-point stance, getting down off a ladder, or getting down on a dance floor, you need a chiropractor on your healthcare team. Search Gergovich Family Chiropractic today to see all the ways having Dr. Gergovich on your team can help you be happier, healthier, and pain-free.
My mom is Ellen Creedy. She has taught us to be helpful, kind, and to support our community whenever we can. When she went out on her own, she just wanted to help everyone she could. Her promise is to save her clients the most, whether you're the one buying or selling. She'll be there from the beginning all the way to the closing. If you are looking for a place or are ready to sell, make the right move and call my mom, Ellen at Blackhawk Brokerage. Go Cavs!
Night for football. The players are out there in their short sleeves and with no sign of it being cold at all. So great night for football, and hopefully LP takes advantage.
So we are pretty far north, so it may be a degree or two cooler up this far north as compared to Peru and LaSalle. So again, we're not too far from the Wisconsin border here in Woodstock. Actually, I guess we're a little closer to home since we're not at Woodstock North. That's even further north.
Yes, we were able to turn off the road, but I think Woodstock North is probably another 3 or 4 miles further from here. So,
thank you, Mike, for the game time weather brought to you by Town & Country. I'm going to pick Mike's brain here for our James Hardy Keys to the Game. Keys to the Game brought to you by James Hardy in Peru. If you're looking for a new career with great pay and benefits, James Hardy holds the keys. Search James Hardy today to see more and apply online. What do you think, Mike? What would you like to see LP do tonight?
We talked about it last week that we thought that the Cavaliers should start fast, and unfortunately it was Morris who started fast. But I think the Cavs need to have fun tonight. It was a long bus ride. They were in the charter bus. They're playing on their opposing team's homecoming. They're generally favored probably to win this game. So I think if they just have fun, do what they have been practicing all week for, and, do what they can do, and I think the Cavaliers will come out on top. Have fun.
Have fun and let your talent. Yes. I think LP probably has more talent than this team, and let it show through. And like you said, it'll be awesome to get a win tonight because then you roll right into homecoming week. So that being said, you don't want to look past this one and look towards homecoming.
Correct.
And I'm sure the coaches probably brought that up to the players.
Right. Obviously, a lot of things happening next week with all the different days, sports day and this and that at homecoming, and then you've got the dance.
Sure. And Ottawa being the opponent.
Their main rival, of course. So they don't want to look past Woodstock here. So take care of business tonight and worry about homecoming starting Monday.
Thanks a lot for the keys to the game, and that is brought to you again by James Hardy. I'm going to go and do our uniform description of the night, and Family Pride Cleaners sponsoring the Cavalier uniform description. Proud LP alum, Family Pride Cleaners takes pride in their work just like the Cavaliers. You can follow Family Pride Cleaners on Facebook today. And LP, again, in their road whites with the green numbers and red trim, green helmets and green pants. And Woodstock with their blue shirts and I guess it would be silver helmets or gray?
Yeah, I think it's
silver, right? Yeah. And white pants. I would say, as we always try to kind of compare them, I would say Kansas State in college.
You've got the Detroit Lions
or the Lions.
Colors.
Yep.
And it's interesting that it seems like half the players have their names on the back of their jerseys and the others half don't for some reason.
I had noticed that.
Maybe those are the seniors, perhaps? That would make sense.
Yep. I had not noticed that until now, so you're right. But they are easy to see. That's always a worry for us commentators to make sure these uniforms are easy to see. So that's your uniform description of the night. I got an eye appointment coming up too, or I'm supposed to make one. Speaking of easier to see, thanks to our friends at Family Pride Cleaners for bringing you the uniform description of the night. We're going to take a break, and part of this break will be our coach's interview. And tonight's coach's interview and injury update brought to you by LaSalle Body and Fender. When your car gets banged up, call LaSalle Body and Fender. For 24-hour towing, call LaSalle Body and Fender. Jeremy Aiken, Mike Porter from Woodstock High, as we are still counting down till kickoff. Probably about at least 15 minutes away. LP and Woodstock coming up, kickoff probably around 8 o'clock right here on your home for Cavalier football, 103.9 WLPO. The coach, Jose Medina, coming up next. Stay tuned. Yeah, thanks as always to Coach Jose Medina joining us for our LaSalle Body and Fender coaches interview and injury status update. So, yeah, we'll see how much we see tonight of Josh Seneca and Mason Pangrasic. Both were part of the walking wounded last week against Morris, and I think there's a couple other players I'm forgetting at the moment, but I remember at one point LP was moving them in and out on the training trainer's table.
Had to be moved, cleared up for the next one.
So that's part of playing Morris, too, is not only are you going to be in for a high-powered offense, high-speed game, but it's a physical game. Teams like Morris, you feel it the next day for sure. So we'll see how Woodstock is tonight as far as that goes. It is, again, their homecoming, and the Woodstock band still performing out on the field. And getting some early scores here. Scores throughout the night will be brought to you by Subway. Check out your local Subway in Spring Valley, Peru, LaSalle, Marseilles, Ottawa, and Oglesby for a sandwich made with freshly baked bread and fresh ingredients right in front of your eyes. Subway, eat fresh. And to mention the big game in our conference tonight is Sycamore taking on Caneland. And there was an early score after one quarter at that game. It was 7-7 at last check. Yeah, 7-7 after one with Caneland and Sycamore. So that's going to be interesting to see how that game plays out.
Yeah, you would at first glance think Sycamore would have that game, but where is that game by chance?
Let's see. I wrote it, typed it down here. Let me see. That game is at Sycamore.
Okay. All right. So Caneland has got their hands full, of course, playing it away. But, of course, they're pretty much neighbors up there.
Yeah, they are, and they've been battling out for years. Some other scores. Let's see. Again, Hall is well underway. Princeton as well, as their game started at 7 o'clock on the dot. An early update, Chillicothe IVC in the second quarter on top of Hall, 16-12. In eight-man football, big game. Amboy Lamoille 8-6 over Milledgeville. I believe Amboy is ranked number one.
I thought I did see that.
Yeah, in eight-man football. Let's see. Ottawa, again, is playing Woodstock North tonight. No score yet on that one. Streeter, in the second quarter, is on top of Lyle by the score of 20-7. Well, it's been a little bit of a struggle for Streeter so far this season. Princeton had a 7-0 lead over Kewanee. Again, that's a big showdown in the Three Rivers Conference. So we'll keep tabs on that one throughout the night, that game being played at Princeton. Again, Mendota is playing tomorrow. They pushed that game back to Saturday because of official shortage. So Mendota hosting Riverdale. And then obviously you mentioned again St. Bede taking on Elmwood Park tomorrow afternoon. 1 o'clock kickoff from the Academy. Again, we'll have that game here on 103.9 WLPO. And Mike and I, we've also been watching some baseball scores tonight. Good news somewhat for the Cubs so far. The Marlins are losing 3-0 bottom of seventh to the Pirates. The Cubs in a scoreless game right now, bottom of third against Milwaukee. The Reds are thumping the Cardinals, so the Reds are still trying to stay in it. They're, I think, about a game or game and a half behind the Cubs. But if you're a Cub fan, you want the Marlins to lose, and, of course, the Cubs need to start winning themselves. And they're in a scoreless tie with Milwaukee tonight. So we'll keep tabs on baseball as it's the final weekend of the regular season of Major League Baseball. And obviously a big day of college football tomorrow. And I think one of the bigger games is Colorado and USC. I know Coach Prime in Colorado were humbled a little bit. Yes. I don't think you could humble Deion Sanders.
Yeah,
but
I think the Ducks from Oregon kind of brought them down a little bit.
But that'll still be a pretty good game tomorrow, one would think. Big one tonight, two top 20 teams, Utah and Oregon State. Northwestern's got Penn State at home tomorrow. Michigan at Nebraska in the Big Ten. Iowa State at Oklahoma. Notre Dame at Duke. And Notre Dame's a 5.5-point favorite, but Duke is ranked 17th in the country, so they're no longer just a basketball school. The Duke Blue Devils. Let me see who the Illini are playing. I think they're at Purdue. Yeah, Illinois at Purdue, a 2:30 game, and that's a pick'em, according to the odds makers. The prime time game on the Big Ten scene tomorrow night is in Iowa City. The Hawkeyes hosting Michigan State. So we're going to take our final break of this GAF pregame show, and we'll be back with LP Woodstock.
Perhaps the start of the game.
Performed by the Woodstock High School Choir under the direction of Mr. Brian Joswiak.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
Welcome to beautiful Larrydale Field for tonight's Week 6 varsity matchup featuring LaSalle Peru High School and your Blue Streaks.
Continue the GAF pregame show. They had the coin toss a few moments ago, and as always, our coin toss is brought to you by Hometown National Bank. Don't leave your financial future up to the toss of a coin. Let the folks at Hometown National Bank help. They're your bank for life. So, to be honest, neither one of us saw who won the coin toss, but it was held. So we'll wait and see who gets the ball first. And if it is LP, Coach Medina mentioned, Mike, that they need to get off to a fast start. And you preached that last week is the key. I mean, they got away with it against both Plano and Woodstock North, getting off to a slow start. Obviously didn't get away with it with Morris. But, LP is offensively especially been pretty quiet in the first half this season.
Yeah, they've really struggled getting started. They just, for whatever reason, they're just, not together, whether it's players potentially running on the field late, early penalties. We've just seen that consistently so far in these first couple games. So I think they need to limit these mistakes and, put a drive together as soon as they get that ball and get it into the end zone.
And looking back throughout this season, now their best first half was in Week 1. The Cavaliers had 17 points in the first half against UT. They had just 6 in the first half against Metamora. They were trailing to Woodstock North at half. They had 14 points in that game. Of course, in Plano, they were trailing 6-3. All they had was a field goal, and last week were shut out. So I guess you could say LP is a second-half team, but they do need some more scoring in the first half. And it would be nice to get a lead here on Woodstock's homecoming, try to keep the crowd out of it. And when you're 0-5, let's face it, if you fall behind early, I'm sure doubt will start setting in pretty quickly.
Yep. And like I said, I think I know the players aren't going to be overconfident, but I know the fans are probably thinking that we should be winning. We should win this game. So hopefully that doesn't leak into the players' minds. But I think they'll be good. I think Coach Medina's got them thinking the right way, and definitely looks like the Cavs are going to be receiving this opening kickoff.
Yep, the Cavaliers will receive with Roman Oli and Caleb Kennedy back deep. Tonight's opening kickoff brought to you by Eureka Savings Bank. Eureka is proud to be part of this community, helping people just like you. Since 1885, and still the best place to borrow, the best place to save, Eureka Savings Bank. End over end kick taken by Caleb Kennedy at the 5. He's at the 20. The 25 gets some blocks. He's still going.
He's open.
40,
there's
45.
A penalty flag.
He's out to the 50, but
Yep.
my partner's right on it, and it's way back at the 25, so it's a hold on LP.
Yep. Yep, it's either the hold or the blocking in the back on any sort of kickoff or punt. So just almost to be expected nowadays.
Even in the NFL, whenever there's a long return, you're just waiting for a notification of a flag to fly, and that was right in front of the LP sideline. So that'll negate a big potential kick return by Caleb Kennedy, and that will move LP back inside their 20.
Yeah, they would have had the ball probably close to midfield, so that's probably a 35-yard difference just on that one penalty alone.
So LP will take it 1st and 10 inside their 20. And they'll mark it at the 16-yard line. So our first look tonight at the LP offense, led by quarterback Brendan Boudreau.
I'd like to see Romanoli get involved here. He was definitely quiet last week, but those first couple weeks he was just a stud back there. So we'll see what Brady can do tonight.
Boudreau in the shotgun, and there's a handoff to Romanoli off left tackle. He spins ahead and is going to be brought down at about the 19-yard line. Give him 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Natural grass here, and an interesting tidbit Mike brought up. This is the first game that LP's played on grass this year.
Yeah, you don't see that very often nowadays. Their teams are replacing the fields with that AstroTurf or whatever they want to call it, field turf kind of thing. So see what the Cavs can do on longer grass because it's very lush out there.
It looks very soft from here. Seth Adams with a carry, and they string him out, and Adams does a great job just to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it for the speedy Seth Adams as they ran the jet sweep, and it'll be 3rd down and 7 for LP. No gain for the LP senior. So let's see if LP goes to the air for the first time tonight.
Well, it does make sense to give it to Seth. He is the fastest player on the LP sideline, so if he can just get into open space, he's done some good things so far this year, but Woodstock covered that one really well.
Of course, caught the game-winning touchdown.
Yep.
Against Plano.
Hard count there.
3 receivers to the left of Boudreau, 1 to his right. And Brennan back to pass. Plenty of time. Throwing. Caught.
Oh, nice catch.
Seth Adams got one-on-one coverage and hauled it in at about the 28-yard line. Needed 7. Give him 9 on the catch. 1st down, Cavaliers. So they move the chains right away. 1st and 10 LP on the completion from Boudreau to Adams.
And almost a no-huddle here for the Cavaliers. First time I've seen this so far this year.
2 receivers to the right of Boudreau, 2 to his left. Brendan is going to hand it off to Romanoli. Goes right side, tries to turn the corner, really can't do it. Maybe a yard for Brady. Just in front of the LP sideline. They'll mark him at about the 30, so give him 2. Yeah, right at the 30-yard line. Gain of 2 for the LP senior running back, Brady Romanoli. And as Mike mentioned, no-huddle offense for the Cavaliers.
And this is not something you're going to see very often anyways with the Cavs because a lot of the players do play both ways. So, they're going to be pretty tired by the end of the night.
Quick pass out to Adams. He gets a block from Zebron and got a couple yards. There was a wide receiver screen to Adams, just trying to get him and his speed out in the open, and they did so. But nice pursuit by Woodstock. That's only a couple yards on the gain. So it'll be a 3rd down and about 6.
Coach give you any hint at this at the coaches meeting about a possible no-huddle offense?
No. Jose was coy about that, and he's the offensive coordinator now.
Yes.
Boudreau rolling right. Brendan throws wide open at the 40. Caught by Noah Zebron. 1st down, Cavs.
All the way past the 43-yard line.
Nice job, Brendan Boudreau, just taking what they're giving you. He didn't look deep. He just dumped it out to a wide-open Noah Zebron, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Cavaliers moving the ball out to their own 43-yard line now.
Yeah, Brendan did a great job of rolling out to his right, and Zebron was out in the flat pretty much all alone. So nice pitch and catch for those 2 players.
LP taking a little more time now for the first time tonight. 1st and 10, Cavaliers at their own 43. 8.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Boudreau fakes the handoff. He's looking, and he's going to tuck it and run. And taken out below his feet, and he actually fell into some of his teammates. Be a few yards. They're going to mark it right at the 45, so give him 2, actually a couple of yards. Second down and 8 coming up for the Cavaliers. Clock stops as Boudreau went out of bounds with 8:20 to go.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of runs by Boudreau so far this year, and he's done pretty well. He can definitely put his shoulder down and pick up the hard yards.
4 receivers again for the Cavaliers. In is Cordell Wheatley. For LP, Boudreau, late handoff to Romanoli, but Brady gets it.
Oh, he's free.
Bounces off a tackle and gets it inside the Woodstock 40. And a first down run by Romanoli all the way down to about the 35-yard line. So give him, 20 yards on that carry.
20-yard rush. And that was a late handoff, like you said, but he just sneaked right through the line and wasn't touched until he got into the secondary. Of course, Brady's only 5'5", so he can definitely hide between the taller linemen out there.
First and 10 Cavs at the Blue Streaks 35-yard line. Opening drive of the ball game. Boudreau straight drop back pass. Looking, throwing. Almost intercepted.
Oof.
Wow, it went right into the hands of number 22, Jackson Canty. It was intended for Mikey Hartman.
Yeah, it kind of went through his hands, and Seth Adams was there too, but luckily that was not intercepted.
A lot of traffic there, and as Mike mentioned, lucky just to have an incomplete pass. Second and 10 at the 35. Clock stopped now at 7:44 to go here in this first quarter.
Yeah, you would have hated to seen this nice opening drive interrupted by an interception.
Boudreau going to pass again.
Oh,
he's looking deep for it all and looking for Adams. Touchdown!
Seth Adams in the back of the end zone.
Over the shoulder catch to Seth Adams. 35-yard touchdown. Cavaliers jump on the board on their very first drive of the night. And definitely, Mike, that's starting fast.
All right, I'm putting it down. Drive of the game right there. So great job by the Cavaliers. Starting at their own 16-yard line. 84 yards later, touchdown, Seth Adams.
You got to believe that the coaching staff has saw something, because I thought for sure they'd probably go back to a run there after the almost an interception.
Yep.
But no, they went straight drop back pass. They used Adams' speed. Seth got behind the defense to score the first Town and Country Services touchdown of the night, doing whatever it takes 24/7. Plumbing, electric, heating, and cooling for over 100 years. See everything they can do for you at townandcountryservices.com. 7:38 of the first. LP scores first on a 35-yard touchdown pass to Seth Adams. And now Seth has to catch his breath and kick the extra point, which is good. And that extra point brought to you by Financial Plus Credit Union. They belong to you, and that's the plus at Financial Plus in Peru, Ottawa, Mendota, Morris, and Diamond. We'll keep it right here. The Cavaliers, through the air, get on the board first tonight. A 35-yard pass, beautiful pass play from Boudreau to Adams. And that finishes that drive that lasted, I guess, 4 minutes and 22 seconds.
Yeah, that was a very nice drive. 5 runs and 4 passes, plus that 1 incompletion. So 5 and 5, really. So great separation between the run and the pass there on that first drive.
LP was kind of dumping it down a little bit, and then that time they went deep, and Boudreau found a streaking Seth Adams down the sideline, and he caught it in stride.
Yep.
So second long touchdown reception in the last 3 weeks for Seth Adams. And this is a guy before this year, last year, he was a kicker and punter, and
a soccer player.
And now he's focused even more on football in the fall, at least. And LP's decided to utilize him more in the offense. And he has turned into a huge weapon in the kicking game and in the passing game. And in the running game. He can run some jet sweeps. And there's a booming kickoff into the end zone. So it will be a touchback. So Woodstock starting first and 10 at their own 20. Our first look at this Blue Streaks offense, which again has been shut out in 3 of their 5 games. And the running back is Max Miller. So he's their workhorse. And their quarterback is Caden Thompson, a 6-foot sophomore. So a sophomore, their starting quarterback. And Thompson is under center. Two backs split wide in the backfield. And handoff off right tackle. A big gain just shy of the first down marker. That was Miller. He gets about 9.5 on that carry.
Yeah, that was a nice straight-up run right through the middle. They got right past the Cavalier defensive line and ran right into the linebackers, but after a 9-yard gain.
So it'll be 2nd down and 1 for Woodstock.
Rushing attempt goes for a gain of 9 yards.
Going to be about 7 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. The Cavaliers leading 7-0. 3 receivers for Woodstock. And they hand it off to the first man through. That was not Miller. That
I think it was
to be
number 10, perhaps.
Yep, number 10, Landon Stoltz. He's got a first down out to about the 32-yard line. They needed 1 and give Stoltz 2 or 3 on that carry.
Yep.
So Woodstock quickly moves the chains with their first down of the night.
Looks like the offensive line has got some pretty good size. I don't have their heights and weights here at this juncture, but they look pretty big.
1st and 10, Woodstock at their own 32-yard line. 6:30 to go here in this first quarter.
Looks like they're going to have a defensive lineman in the neutral zone. No, maybe.
False start.
Okay.
Yeah, LP was jumping a little bit on the hard count, but apparently they were able to stay home, and then one of the Woodstock linemen did move. So that'll move the Blue Streaks back 5 yards. And it'll be 1st and 15 from their own 27-yard line. 7-0 LP over Woodstock.
That's a pretty decent crowd on the other side of the field. Good to see a lot of parents, and there are a couple super fans that I know that were coming to the game to make the hour and 45-minute drive up here. So nice to see a good crowd for the Cavs.
There's a counter, and they hand it back off to Stoltz, and he's out to the 40-yard line.
Wow, got tackled by Will Murtis almost at the first down. Looks like he's pretty close to the 41-yard
line, about a yard short. So give him 14 yards on that counter run. And it'll be 2nd and 1 for Woodstock. So they're finding some success behind that big offensive line here early on. 2 receivers, 1 split out, or actually 3 receivers, 2 to the right of Thompson.
Looks like a quick quarterback sneak here.
And he gets the first down, moves the pile just shy of the 45-yard line. He needed 1 and got it at least 3. Now the marker at the 45, so give the quarterback 4 yards. So 1st and 10, Woodstock at their own 45-yard line. 5:30 and counting here in the first quarter. 7-0 LP with the lead. They took their opening kickoff and drove the ball down and scored. And Woodstock's got a couple of first downs after the Seth Adams touchback. Play action pass.
He's going deep for.
And it is incomplete. Caleb Kennedy was there. Woodstock coaches wanted a interference, thought there was early contact. He was looking for Keaton Perkins, and a nice job by Caleb Kennedy for being all over Perkins and knocking it away, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything egregious out there to warrant a pass interference penalty.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 as Woodstock tried to catch LP napping with a play action pass, throwing it deep.
And it was good blocking by the offensive line. The Cavs blitzed one of the linebackers, and they were able to hold him back.
Pitch play, and that's out to Miller. He's looking for blocks. And a nice job by Zebron.
Noah Zebron getting that out to the sideline and made a nice tackle out there.
Noah strung him out and did not let Miller get by him. And that's going to be a tackle for a loss credited to Zebron. That's a loss of about 2. Back to the 43-yard line. So now Woodstock facing 3rd and long from their own 43. See if the Blue Streaks go back to the air.
So we saw this a couple times last week with Morris, and they were able to capitalize on 3rd and long and get long gains for first down. So let's see what the Cavs defense can do here.
And we'll look for an update on, speaking of Morris, as they're playing Richmond Burton tonight. See if we can track down a score on that one. 2 state-rated teams. Three receivers set, and in the shotgun now is their quarterback Thompson, and the whistle blows. There's going to be a timeout, I believe.
Yep, looks like Woodstock
calls a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 4:13 to go in the first quarter. It is 7-0 LP. Woodstock with a big third down play coming up here. 3rd and 13. And the ball is spotted at the Woodstock 43-yard line. Again, we'll have St. Bede football on 103.9 WLPO tomorrow afternoon. St. Bede taking on Elmwood Park, 1 o'clock kickoff and a 12:45 pregame. Rick Sipovic and Mr. St. Bede himself, Mike Brown, will have the call on that one. Should be a sunny, beautiful day at the Academy tomorrow.
Yeah, just looking at the interior linemen for Woodstock, 6'2", 250, 6'3", 280, 6 foot 325.
Wow, yeah.
So they've got definitely some size out there for those Cav defensive linemen to deal with.
And here's the pass. He's in trouble.
Pressure.
Throwing wide open at the 45 of LP. 40. Tackled out of bounds at about the 33. A breakdown in coverage for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, number 80. He's not on the varsity roster here, number 80, but he was wide open out here. No one to anywhere near the receiver. So
we're to go with Edgar Arana. He's listed at 82. I think I heard the PA guy say Arana. But, yeah, Thompson, the quarterback, found a wide open Arana, and he had some yak yards after the catch, too, to get all the way down.
24-yard gain there on 3rd and 12, so breakdown for the Cavs.
They mark it at the LP 33, 1st and 10 Woodstock. They hand it off to Miller, and he lunges ahead inside the 30. And gets about 4, maybe 5. They'll mark it.
That's got to be almost a 6-yard gain, it looks like.
Yeah, they marked at the 27.
Yeah, okay, so
6 yards,
gain, yeah.
So Woodstock looking at a 2nd and 4 at the Cavalier 27-yard line.
Rushing attempt goes for a 6-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4 from the 27.
Two backs in the backfield, split in the backfield once again for Woodstock. And Thompson with a counter.
Another counter.
Stoltz, he's inside the 20.
Cavs defense is going to have to figure that one out.
Tackled by Mikey Hartman, but not until Stoltz gets it down to the Cavalier 15, give him 12 yards on that carry. Landon Stoltz.
Yeah, this is the exactly thing that the Woodstock coaches would like to see after a long Cavs drive. Bring it right down the field.
Under 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter, 7-0 LP. But Woodstock, for the first time tonight, inside the Derek Brayton, Edward Jones. Oh, there's a fumble on the pitch.
Oh.
And Stoltz was able to recover it. Lost a couple yards on the pitch play. Just couldn't catch the pitch from Thompson. That'll go down as a loss of about 3. As Woodstock still going to be in the Edward Jones, Derek Brayton red zone.
Loss of 2. That'll bring up 2nd down and 12.
2nd and 12. They'll say a loss of 2 for Woodstock. They look to have a decent kicker. He's made all his extra points this year. So I'm not sure if they're in his field goal range or not. But
well, and I just got a quick text. I don't know how this would affect us, but we're not supposed to diss Travis and Taylor. So somehow the Swifties are out there telling us not to diss them. I didn't recall say that.
No, we never mentioned it to you.
Never mentioned.
In fact, I was on record all week long on WLPO that I'm a big wouldn't say big. I'm a Taylor Swift fan.
Okay. All right.
That ball was carried by Miller, and he got it down to the LP 9. So he got 7 yards. So it'll be a 3rd and 5 at the Cavalier 9.
Big play by the Cavaliers defense here.
Yep. You think it's 4-down territory for Woodstock. They go to the I formation. Thompson going to hand it off to Stoltz. They're just power football.
At that offensive line just pushing the defense.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down.
It's going to be wherever they spot it. I don't think they're going to give him the 1st down, but it's super close.
Just short. He needed 5 and got maybe 4.5, I guess. Nope, 1st down.
Oh,
1st down.
To him. Okay.
So it'll be 1st and goal for Woodstock at the LP 5. Just some power football right there with Landon Stoltz.
Well, this is one way to get a quarter to move by 2 drives right down the field.
We're under a minute and counting here in this first quarter. Stoltz and Miller, the running backs. Thompson under center for Woodstock. And there's that counter again to Miller, and he gets down about the 2. And he was brought down by a combination of LP defenders, including Joshua Bickford, number 42.
Yeah, the quarterback's got that same motion. He does that fake pitch out, and then he just brings the ball back, and the counter coming back the other way, and the back has been very successful on that play 3 times.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 1.
Oh,
quarterback trying to keep it. I don't think he got in.
No, he did not get in. The Cavalier defense really stood strong there.
They tried a quarterback keeper, and no gain there, and I think that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So they'll have to do it again, 3rd and goal from the 1, and they'll have to walk 99 yards over to the other side of the field here. So we've played 1 quarter from Woodstock. Let's see if the LP defense can make a big defensive stand here.
Wow.
We're only in our 2nd drive of the game, each team with impressive drives. LP finished theirs off with a score. Will Woodstock do the same? Find out after this break. Through 1 at Woodstock, the Cavaliers of LP leading the Blue Streak 7-0. Back with a second quarter after this on 103.9 WLPO.
Surgery and need physical therapy. Did you know you have a choice? You broke your leg or tore a ligament and need physical therapy. Did you know you have a choice? City Center Rehabilitation. You do have a choice. If you've had a sports injury or any kind of injury and need rehab, City Center Rehabilitation. And City Center Rehab does it all. Sports enhancement, sports medicine, aquatic therapy, athletic training, and more. If you need physical therapy, you can choose where you go. Choose City Center Rehabilitation in Peru. See more at citycenter-rehab.com.
My mom is Ellen Ellen Creedy. She has taught us to be helpful, kind, and to support our community whenever we can. When she went out on her own, she just wanted to help everyone she could. Her promise is to save her clients the most, whether you're the one buying or selling. She'll be there from the beginning all the way to the closing. If you are looking for a place or are ready to sell, make the right move and call my mom, Ellen Ellen, at Blackhawk Brokerage. Go Cavs!
When you need a new appliance, think.
And they're going to give it to Stoltz, and he is turned up.
Good job.
That was Nolan Glenn with the tackle for a loss. He lost maybe a yard. So a big stop by Nolan Glenn, the senior defensive lineman for LP.
Great play by Nolan. Get in behind the
down.
That'll bring up 4th and goal from the 1.
Well, actually, they say he got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain, but it's 4th down now. 4th and goal at the 1. And Woodstock quarterback Caden Thompson over on the sideline. I think Woodstock may call a timeout here because he's showing no.
Yeah, they're definitely going to call timeout. And there's no play clock here in Woodstock, so you can't really tell how much time is left. But timeout has been called.
Down to 11:18 to go here in the second quarter. A big play early on in this game coming up. Cavaliers up 7-0. They've had it, 1st and goal at the 2.
Yep.
And they've gained just 1 yard on the last 3 plays.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something if the Cavaliers defense could hold strong here and prevent Woodstock from scoring? We're at a 79-yard drive to the 1-yard line here. Cavaliers need to hold strong here.
It'd be a big momentum shift early on in this one. Homecoming night for the Blue Streaks of Woodstock. And LP with a early lead 7-0. The Cavaliers receive the opening kickoff. That's been their only offensive possession. Woodstock, this drive started with over 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. So it's been about over an 8-minute drive for the Blue Streaks.
Yeah, it's very rare you see 1 quarter played and 1 possession for each team.
So that's the second timeout used by Woodstock in this first quarter. That leaves them with 1 or in the first half. LP has yet to use a timeout. 4th and goal at the 1. Thompson, their sophomore quarterback, under center. And he's going to hand it off to Miller. Touchdown.
Yep.
Woodstock decided not to go up the middle. Instead, they went off right tackle. And just a straight handoff to Miller. They did not run the counter there.
Nope.
And Miller gets in easily from 1 yard out. Makes it a 7-6 game with the point after pending right here for the Blue Streaks.
And we've got some sort of train horn going on out here, I believe.
Yeah. Figured maybe they'd have like some lightning
well,
sound
I don't know.
effects.
You get the special effects out here in Woodstock, so.
So here's the PAT attempt coming up for Woodstock.
And that was number 7, Sam Tafoya is the kicker.
Yep. Snap is down. It's good. The hold is up. Oh, the kick was blocked.
Oh, blocked. I couldn't tell who did that, but interior lineman somewhere.
So no good on the extra point. So LP maintains a lead. 7-6 with 11:15 to go in this first half. We'll take this opportunity to take another gander at our Subway scoreboard update. Sycamore with 40 seconds to go in the second quarter, leading Caneland 14-7. Hall has jumped ahead now of Chillicothe IBC at the end of the half, 26-16. Check a Princeton Kewanee score.
I'll see if I can find that Morris score. Somehow I got to be friends with somebody in Morris.
All right.
I don't know how I did it, but.
Second half, or actually halftime, Princeton and Kewanee 7-7.
Actually, I should probably know that because my son's roommate went to Morris, so
okay.
That should be a connection there.
So Princeton Kewanee's living up to the hype, 7-7.
Yep.
United Township in the second quarter, leading Rock Island 7-3. Let's hope the Panthers win that to help the playoff points for LP. And here's the kick. It's an end-over-end, pretty good kick, but it'll be returnable inside the 8, inside the 10 by Caleb Kennedy. And Caleb has met at about the 21 and then pushed backwards. So Cavaliers will have it 1st and 10 at their own 21. A Woodstock player came out of the pile with the football, but the official's not buying that. So Cavaliers 1st and 10 at their own 21. 11:08 to go here in the second quarter.
Let's see what the Cavs can do on the second drive.
They scored on their first one. And LP, it seems a long time ago when they had the football, which it has been. About a full quarter has gone by almost. Cavaliers spread it out. 2 receivers each side of Boudreaux. And here's Brennan with the fake handoff. Throws it out in the flat to Wheatley.
Cordell Wheatley with the ball.
Gets a block. 25. Cordell is out to the 30 near the first down marker. Nice play call by the Cavaliers. Mikey Hartman giving Cordell a block to spring Wheatley free, and they're going to maybe mark him just shy.
Oh, they stopped the clock. Cordell Wheatley is extremely fast out there when he gets out into the open field.
Unfortunately, Wheatley comes up limping a bit, and they'll give him a first down.
Okay,
so a gain of 10 yards. Actually, give him 11 out to the 32. Boudreaux to Wheatley.
10 yards and is good for a Cavalier first down.
1st and 10 Cavs at their 32-yard line. 4 receivers set for the Cavs. Romanoli in the backfield with Boudreaux. Hand off to Romanoli.
Oh.
Brady slips and falls, and you can't get back up in high school football.
Nope.
Because nobody had touched him.
He's fallen and he could not get up,
yes,
so, as they say. But I think he just tripped on the long grass out there.
It is very long, yeah. 2nd down and 11, so a loss of 1 for Romanoli. 10 minutes to go here in this first half. And a high snap. Boudreaux comes up with it, throws out in the flat, caught by Adams, 35. And Seth will be tackled out of bounds at about the 40. Looks to be a yard or 2 short of the first down. They'll mark him right at the 40. So gain of 9. It'll be 3rd and 2. For the Cavaliers.
Track is right along the sideline here, so hopefully the players don't get hurt on that because it wouldn't take much to get pushed out onto the track.
3rd down and 2 for LP at their own 40. Boudreaux going to pass, throwing wide open is Adams. He's got the first down and sidesteps the defender, gets it out past the 45. They'll mark it at about the 48, so give him 8 yards on that catch.
That was just a quick pitch and catch. He just took 2 steps back, and Seth Adams was wide open here on the sideline.
Woodstock obviously playing off Adams. And, I mean, look at it. They're giving about a 10-yard cushion.
Yep.
Now they're telling their cornerback to move up a little bit.
No safety help over here.
And Boudreaux throws it out to Zebron, and Noah's out past the 50. And they'll mark it at about the Woodstock 47-yard line, so gain of 5 on that first down pass play. Second down and 5 coming up for LP. So LP obviously came into this game tonight with a game plan of throwing the ball quite a bit. And just quick, other than the Seth Adams big touchdown pass, they're having a lot of success with Boudreaux just kind of sprinkling the football over the field here.
Yeah, don't make mistakes. Just throw short passes and let the receivers do what they can do.
Ottawa up 14-0 over Woodstock North. In motion is Pangrasic, and handoff to Romanoli, trying to turn the corner, and he turns it inside.
He got past.
40, 35, breaking tackles as Brady Romanoli takes 3 or 4 Woodstock players to finally knock Brady out of bounds down to the 35, give him 12 yards in the carry.
Yeah, Romanoli had a pretty successful first half. He didn't have a lot of rushes, but he did get some yards, and he had 12 tough yards there.
So first and 10 LP at the Blue Streak 35-yard line.
Keeping the crowd out here. It's pretty quiet down below us, so it's kind of nice.
8.5 minutes to go here in the first half. 2 receivers split wide left for the Cavaliers, Adams and Zebron. Boudreaux going to hand it back off to Romanoli again, and Brady puts his head down.
Good tackle by the defender there, but not after getting 5 yards.
Romanoli knocked down at the 31. So they'll give him 4, I guess, officially.
Yep, 4 yards.
Second and 6 coming up.
Russian attempt goes for a gain of 4. That'll bring up second down and 6 from the 31.
LP again going no huddle tonight. Have not seen Josh Seneca on offense. Probably just see him on defense tonight.
Yeah, like you said, he got kind of nicked up last game. Oh, they're going deep again to Zebron. He's wide open.
Touchdown! What? Noah Zebron got away from the defender.
Yeah, he fell down, and Zebron was out in the end zone sitting by himself, just waiting for the pass from Boudreaux to land in his hands there for the LP touchdown.
Boudreaux rolling left and just lofted it in the end zone. Zebron had a guy on him, but then, like Mike said, for whatever reason, the Woodstock defender slipped and fell, and Zebron got wide open for 6. Touchdown LP.
It's that long grass, I'm telling you. 79-yard drive for the Cavaliers.
At 7:43 of this second quarter, LP up 13-6 with a point after coming. And it is up, and it is good. Again, of course, that was another Ton of Country Services LP Cavalier touchdown. Doing whatever it takes 24/7. Plumbing, electric, heating, and cooling for over 100 years. See everything they can do for you at townofcountryservices.com. And that extra point brought to you by Financial Plus Credit Union. They belong to you, and that's the plus at Financial Plus in Peru, Ottawa, Mendota, Morris, and Diamond. 7:43 of the second quarter. The Cavaliers score again through the air. 31-yard pass play to Zebron from Boudreaux. And the Cavaliers leading 14-6. So a 35-yard touchdown pass and a 31-yard touchdown pass for the Cavaliers here in the first half.
Yeah, a little different look here for the Cavaliers to get 2 long passes for touchdowns.
So much more open offense, as we heard was going to be the case this year for the Cavs.
And so far, the Cavaliers have been 3 for 3 on third down, so that's big. Been kind of a difficult thing for them this year.
Let's see if Seth Adams can get his second touchback of the night.
I'll take your word for it. I can't see that end of the field.
It's going to be a line drive. Still is going to get in, yep. That one was a line drive, but it took a bounce at about the 10.
And the receiver out there didn't really want to try to catch that, so just let it go into the end zone.
So Woodstock will start their second drive of the night at their own 20, which is where they started their first drive and scored. 7:43 to go here in the first half. So Woodstock, they got a ball boy out there late.
Yep, they were missing a ball. They had all their players out, but no game ball.
And the
Looks
little
like
guy.
a youth football player here in the Woodstock area.
Uh-oh, he's kind of getting a talking to.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yep, his dad's.
A learning moment for the ball boy.
Yeah. Uh-oh, he's getting the snake eye down there.
He's still getting taught some advice.
Oh, no, he's
now looks like
blaming his friend here.
Yeah, now there's a blame game going on between the two ball boys. So that was a gain of 3 as we get back to the action.
Sorry, we're distracted down here.
That was Miller, I believe, with a 3-yard run for Woodstock. 2nd down and 7 for the Blue Streaks at their own 23-yard line. 7 minutes to go. Don't know if Sab, our video guy, caught that little exchange or not down on the sideline. Handoff up the middle, and not much there. The Cavalier defense stands tall.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to see who was on the bottom of the pile.
That was
for the
Stoltz,
Cavaliers,
number
like,
10 for Woodstock.
And Andres Medina, I believe.
Yep.
So 2-yard gain, it looks like, on that play.
They'll mark it at about the 25.
So, yep, 3rd and 5 for the Blue Streaks.
That's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 from the 25.
3rd and 5 from the 25 for Woodstock. 6.5 minutes to go here in this first half. This game so far moving a lot quicker than the previous games here tonight. Thompson going to pass, looking. He has a man.
He was right on. Caleb Kennedy is the defender.
Yep. And he got past that first defender, did the receiver, but a couple of Cavalier defenders got there and kept Keaton Perkins away from the first down, so it will set up a big 4th and 1 coming up now.
Yep, it looks like they're going to bring in the punt team.
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, you don't want to give the Cavaliers the ball here inside the 30, I would imagine. So Woodstock being a little conservative.
Be careful of your LP, though, too.
Yep, hard counts
and
fakes.
And a fake, yeah. Caleb Kennedy is going back to return this punt.
First punt of the game here for both teams.
The Blue Streak punter standing inside his 20, and he will punt it away. It's a pretty good punt.
Yep.
It's going to take a bounce at about the LP 40.
Yep, stay away from it. It's coming back. So.
Yep. They'll mark it at the Cavalier 39-yard line. So 1st and 10 coming up for LP.
It's the best starting position for the Cavs on their 3rd drive of the night.
14-6 Cavaliers with 5.5 minutes to go. And the ball spotted at the 39. Cavaliers 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, both through the air. Zebron and Adams. And those are 2 of the receivers, along with Wheatley and Kennedy for LP here.
And they've had 43 yards rushing, so they have been semi-successful running the ball, too, so far.
Boudreau going to pass again, looking towards Adams.
Oh, no!
Intercepted at the 45. He's at the 20, and tackled from behind by Romanoli.
Boy, that defender just sat on that route, and he just jumped as soon as
Boudreau was staring at Adams.
That's right. And unfortunately for the Cavaliers, the defender made a great play and just jumped the route and intercepted the ball. Romanoli saved a touchdown.
Daniel Bichkowski with the interception, and nice hustle by Romanoli to prevent Bichkowski from running that all the way to the house. So,
although they have it at 1st and goal from the Cavalier 8-yard line. So defense is back on the field for the Cavs.
1st and goal at the 8. 5:21 to go here in this first half. Thompson under center, and he trips and falls, but is able to hand it off to Miller. And Medina was there again. Also in the area for the Cavaliers was Danny Beavers. They're going to stop him just outside the 5-yard line.
So 2-3-yard gain.
Yeah, 2 at most, it looks like. About the 7-yard line. So 1 yard.
Okay, 1 yard gain.
Second and goal at the 7. We're under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Woodstock North with 1 timeout left, so we'll see if that comes into play, although they're all the way down to the 7-yard line. They'll go 2 receivers set this time with a split. There are actually 3 receivers for Woodstock. And they're going to pitch it out to Miller. He's looking for the blocks. He gets him, and he gets into the end zone. Yep. They got a big guy out on the end, and he made the big blocks. And they capitalize off the interception. Miller with a 7-yard touchdown run, his second TD run of the night. And I would think Woodstock would go for 2 here, as it's 14-12.
And I did get an update on that Morris score with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Morris 14, Rockets 7.
Okay. Richmond, Burton, and Morris. Richmond, Burton, I think they ran the clock on Morris last year. It was close to doing that. So Woodstock will definitely go for 2 here, and Thompson, the quarterback, is in the shotgun with Stoltz to his right, and Thompson's going to throw and caught.
Oh, touchdown. Oh, yeah, no, that was just 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion.
Yep.
Just a quick slant to Keaton Perkins.
6'1", 199-pound senior tight end.
So we got ourselves a tie football game here with 4:31 to go in the first half. It is 14-all, Woodstock and LP. So the Cavaliers with the interception, and Woodstock punches it in, and their crowd roaring now back into this game. Homecoming night for Woodstock. Points off turnovers, basketball, football, they're all big. So we'll see if the LP offense, though, can put another score on the board. As there's 4:30 to go in the second quarter. And LP does have all 3 timeouts, so plenty of time for the Cavaliers to try to get on the board again.
Just got to forget about that turnover and start over here.
Back deep for the Cavaliers is Romanoli. And also
Adrian Arzola for the first
Arzola. Time. And here's the kick. It's a high kick. It's returnable.
Looks like Romanoli's going to get it.
At about the 15. Big hole. Oh, man, he was tripped up. About the 35. Nice job by the LP blockers there. They created quite the wedge, the big hole for Romanoli.
Like he's got it at the 37-yard line. It looks like 1st and 10.
Yep.
Yeah, you saw that big hole open up right there, and Romanoli was sprinting toward it, but just closed real quick.
So the Cavaliers will have 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. And they've scored on both of their, well, they didn't score on their last drive. They threw an interception. They've been moving the ball tonight. 4 receivers once again for the Cavaliers. 2 to each side of Boudreau, and Romanoli in the backfield. And Brennan's going to pass.
Right back to the pass.
He's going to run. 40, and going to be spun down at about the 42 of LP, gain of about 5. So Brendan, who was probably the most effective offensive weapon last week with those running plays against Morris.
Right. He's a big kid. He's 6'2", over 200 pounds, but he just got to watch himself. He doesn't want to get a real big hit there in the middle. Another pass.
Boudreau out to Zebron in the flat. Noah is going to be brought down at about the 45, gain of about 3. He needed 5 for the first down. So it'll be 3rd down and 2 for LP.
It's quite a haze coming across the field here.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I'm sure it's probably from the barbecue. It doesn't look like it's fog here, so they're starting the grill again before halftime.
We're under 3.5 minutes to go in this first half. A big 3rd down play here for the Cavaliers. They're going to go Romanoli, and
no, I don't think he got it. I don't know. That official's pretty far out to the line, so the one on the near field here is at the 47, which would give him the 2 yards. Nope, they gave it to him. Yep.
Wow, good spot for the Cavaliers.
I was gonna say, that's a pretty good spot because I don't know if he made it.
No argument from the Woodstock coaching staff.
Nope. Not much they can do anyways, regardless.
No. Not reviewable in high school.
No. 3 receivers on this side of the ball.
1st and 10, Boudreau. Brennan with a straight drop back, pump fakes. And he's going to run it. 50, 45. He's got the first down, slides down.
Good idea.
At the Woodstock 40. So a gain of about 13 for Boudreau. And the clock will stop momentarily as they move the chains. Quick decision there made by Boudreau. He tucked it and ran.
Yeah, with them open, the middle of the field was wide open. The receivers had taken all the interior defenders out there, to the flat and deep. So field was wide open for the run.
1st and 10 LP at the Woodstock 40. Boudreau and Romanoli in the backfield. 4 receivers set. Wheatley goes in motion. Cordell with a jet sweep. He turns it inside. Gets some blocks.
Nice block.
35, and he's going to go out of bounds. Stops the clock. And give Wheatley about 7-8 yards. There's some great blocks by, look like Medina and Ty Terzic leading the way. Also was Aiden Anderson, number 58 for the Cavs. So it'll be 2nd down and about 7 for LP. Or 2nd down and 3, a gain of 7.
3, yep.
The jet sweep with Cordell Wheatley. Clock stops at 2:16 to go in this first half. And Boudreau passes it out to Wheatley. A low pass. Cordell goes down and gets it. And he's going to be stopped for a loss.
Yep.
They did a quick wide receiver screen. Wheatley could not get loose. And he's going to lose about 3 yards back to the 36.
Yeah, pre-snap, there looked to be a little confusion by Boudreau. He wasn't quite sure, and he threw the pass low to Cordell, which didn't really give him an opportunity to get going, and he was just kind of stuck behind the line of scrimmage.
1:45 and counting here in the first half. 3rd and 6 from the 36 for the Cavaliers. They need some more yardage to get in Seth Adams' field goal range. 4-down territory for LP, and the Cavaliers will use their first timeout of the half with 1:29 to go in the ball in the first half. 14-14. It's been a highly entertaining game here from Woodstock High School as we started just before 8 o'clock as the prelim game was pushed back a half hour. And it'll be 3rd and 6 for LP after this timeout. We'll see what kind of play they draw up. A big game for the Cavaliers here. They're 3-2. And if they can win this one, they'd be 1 win away from becoming playoff eligible with 3 games left. So this is a big one. Woodstock North just looking to get their first win of the season. Get in that win column for homecoming. So LP back on the field after the timeout. 3rd down and 6 for the Cavs at the Woodstock 36.
See what the Cavs can dial up here on 3rd down. Like you said, they need to get a couple more yards for Seth. He could probably do it here at this time, or this length, but
Boudreau rolling right. He's looking, still looking.
Pretty open. Ooh, big block by Romanoli.
He's going to run. He's going to be short. He reached forward, but he'll still be short.
Yeah, he reached forward, but he was probably already out of bounds at that time, so he got to the 32.
So gain of 4, but he needed 6.
So let's see what they. Doesn't look like Adams is coming out here.
Nope.
He's leaving. Well, no, he just left the
field.
field.
Yeah, he left the game, so they're going to go for it. 4th and 2 from the 32. Clock stopped at 1:21. See if Boudreau does a hard count here, and I think LP is going to use their second timeout.
There's coach out on the field.
So each team with 1 timeout now.
Well, you can't take him home here,
Nope.
so 1:21 left in the first half, so you might as well get the right play.
What would you call here, Coach Porter?
I'm going to say Boudreau to run the ball.
Maybe go back to pass or a straight design run play?
No, I'd say it's going to be a pass and then, have him just run up the middle kind of thing, just a quarterback sneak type thing. But get the wide receivers out for, 2 on each side and have Boudreaux run up the middle.
Let's see if that's what the play that Jose Medina draws up.
Doesn't sound very creative, but
sometimes you don't have to be. It doesn't have to be creative or pretty as long as you get the job done.
Halftime, Morris 21, Richmond Burton 7.
All right.
Too much Carter Button and Ethan Mumbrew. I've heard their names enough.
AJ's Weirs. Yeah. So here we go. The Woodstock fans get to their feet. They're fired up on this homecoming night. 4th down and 2 for the Cavaliers. In motion is Pangrasic. And Boudreaux going to pass to Pangrasic. Dropped it. Dumped it out to Mason, and he could not make the catch. And now we got a Cavalier.
Uh-oh. I think we got a personal foul.
Maybe a late hit of some kind?
Late hit on 72. Ricardo Santiago
went down.
He went down hard. He's rolling around in pain, but they called an immediate flag, so I'm going to guess it's a personal foul. Nope, now he got back up. So
the head official threw the flag, and Santiago went down. He's going to have to come out of the game.
Yeah, so I'm wondering the Cavs will get first down on this if this is a personal foul. Unsportsmanlike, perhaps? I don't know if that'll...
And the Woodstock crowd not happy because Ricardo's back up and moving around before the trainer got out.
They're probably going to have to take him out.
Yeah, you got to at least take him out. So it was the head official that threw the flag. And it's going to stand a personal foul on Woodstock. And they're saying.
But they're going to must have been after the. It was probably after the play.
Okay, all right.
So they'll probably walk the 15 yards off and then give Woodstock the ball.
So a turnover on downs. 15-yard walk-off against Woodstock. But they have possession with 1:17 to go.
Penalty is on the Blue Streaks, but it will be assessed after the turnover on downs.
That's big. It could have kept the LP drive alive if that would have given the Cavalier offense 15 yards. I, again, didn't see what happened, but kind of like you're watching a professional soccer game where Santiago just went down.
Yeah, but it was definitely after the pass because the pass was on the ground, and then he saw Santiago rolling.
And they're going to hand it off, and out to about the 20 was Miller. Give him 3 yards. LP's only got 1 timeout, so they're going to let this clock run. And I don't think Woodstock is going to be in any hurry at their own 20, and they get the ball to start the second half. So, again, there's no play clock here, so it'll be up to the officials to let Woodstock know how much time they have left. And their quarterback just now bringing the play in with about 45 seconds to go in the half. Well, maybe if LP can stop him here, then you do go ahead and use that timeout. But they're not going to stop him. A first down carry by Miller.
Yep.
Out past the 30 to near the 33-yard line, gain of about 13. So we'll see now if Woodstock bothers or not to try to hurry this up, or they're just happy to get to the locker room. So
yeah, you got to wonder. They're going to call timeout here. So that 13-yard rush gave them a little life here.
Yep.
Which the Cavs really don't want them to have at this point.
Timeout taken by the Streaks.
Ottawa up 21-7 over Woodstock North at half.
Of the first half.
Ottawa looking to improve to 3-3 on the year. Of course, they'll come to Howard Fellows next week.
Yep, big homecoming game for the Cavaliers.
14-14, Woodstock and LP all knotted up with 29 seconds to go in the first half. As Woodstock has it 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line, but they have no timeouts left. See if they go to the air. This football field right in the middle of a neighborhood. Just across the street on the visitor side are homes.
Yep, kind of like Princeton in the neighborhood type thing.
A lot of the lights are off. There's one house with some lights on, but most of the houses are pretty dark across the way. There's a handoff to Miller. He's got the first down and more. And pushed out of bounds inside the 50 by Mikey Hartman. So all of a sudden, Woodstock, with little time moving off the clock, there's still 23 seconds.
Yeah, that's 35 yards at 3 rushes for Miller there on the last 3 plays.
So
Cavaliers can't mess around here.
No, they're kind of in like a prevent defense and giving up chunk yardage. First and 10, Woodstock at the 49 of LP.
23 seconds left.
No timeouts. LP's got to try to keep them in bounds here. I formation for Woodstock behind Thompson, and he's going to hand it off again to Miller. And he's got some blocks inside the 45. They knocked the ball loose. Yep, I saw a Cavalier defender try to knock it out. And
Cavaliers get it.
Fumble recovery for Nolan Glenn. So that'll stop that late drive.
Yep. Second turnover of the game there in this game between Woodstock and LP.
So Nolan Glenn with the recovery, and turnovers caused by the Cavaliers are proudly sponsored by Beck's. Keep your car turning over with fuel from Beck's in Peru or LaSalle. And if you're hungry, try delicious Godfather's Pizza from Beck's in downtown LaSalle. So with 15 seconds left, it is 14-all, but a big turnover caused by the Cavalier defense because Woodstock was threatening there to get on the board. Let's see if LP tries to air one out here. Maybe look for Seth Adams. If he can beat his defender, I mean, he's got one-on-one coverage. Nope. Let's see. Boudreau going to pass. He's looking. And Zebron, who had to go down.
Yep, that's going to be it.
And they're not going to bother with a timeout. Nope. Are they? I heard a whistle blow. Yep, they are going to throw one more play. Gain of only about 4 to Zebron. Noah with the catch, but his knees went down right when he caught the ball. They'll mark it at, it's only about a 3-yard gain, actually, out to the 46. Not sure Brendan has the arm to heave it all the way to the end zone here.
Nope, this is going to be a prayer out.
Say this kind of a play, maybe you look for either an Adams or a Zebron to try to streak down the sideline, and that's got to be what Woodstock's coaching staff is telling their guys, is to keep everybody in a white jersey in front of you.
Yep. I don't know if the Cavaliers have a hook and ladder type play in their playbook.
Well, we got Wheatley out there, Kennedy as well, Adams and Zebron are the receivers for LP, and no doubt Woodstock's going to be in a prevent defense.
They got a lot of players back there.
They have 4 guys who are about 20 yards off the line of scrimmage, and their coaches are telling more guys to back up. Boudreau, Brennan is past the line of scrimmage. He throws it. He was past the line of scrimmage anyway, and they didn't. He's lucky.
They're not going to call it there. It's just going to be the end of the half.
So give Zebron the catch, though. Down about the 44. So 10 yards on the gain. That's another completion.
Yeah.
To add to the stat sheet, he was about a yard over the line of scrimmage.
He was.
But it goes as a completed pass, but that's it for the first half. It's 14 apiece between LP and Woodstock. We'll take a break. We'll come back with some first half numbers. You're listening to LP Cavalier Football on 103.9 WLPO.
Had surgery and need physical therapy. Did you know you have a choice? You broke your leg or tore a ligament and need physical therapy. Did you know you have a choice? City Center Rehabilitation. You do have a choice. If you've had a sports injury or any kind of injury and need rehab, City Center Rehabilitation. And City Center Rehab does it all. Sports enhancement, sports medicine, aquatic therapy, athletic training, and more. If you need physical therapy, you can choose where you go. Choose City Center Rehabilitation in Peru. See more at citycenter-rehab.com.
My mom is Ellen Creedy. She has taught us to be helpful, kind, and to support our community whenever we can. When she went out on her own, she just wanted to help everyone she could. Her promise is to save her clients the most, whether you're the one buying or selling. She'll be there from the beginning all the way to the closing. If you are looking for a place or are ready to sell, make the right move and call my mom, Ellen, at Blackhawk Brokerage. Go Cavs!
When you need a new appliance, think Grazier's Plumbing and Heating in McNabb. Look at this impressive list of brands Grazier's offers. From kitchen to laundry, appliances at Grazier's may just be the best kept secret in McNabb.
Gotta call Grazier's 882-2111.
Gergovich Family Chiropractic in LaSalle's a proud supporter of high school sports. Dr. Gergovich utilizes the most advanced technology to provide effective care for men, women, and children of all ages. Whether you're getting down in a three-point stance, getting down off a ladder, or getting down on a dance floor, you need a chiropractor on your healthcare team. Search Gergovich Family Chiropractic today to see all the ways having Dr. Gergovich on your team can help you be happier, healthier, and pain-free.
20 a.m. WLPO, LaSalle, Peru, Oglesby. Again, 14 all score between LP and Woodstock. And our halftime show is brought to you by The Locker Room. As the teams headed to the locker room, you should too. For all of your sports gear, go to The Locker Room online and on East St. Paul Street in downtown Spring Valley. Here's the scoring summary in the first half. At 7:38 to go in the first quarter, Seth Adams, a beautiful 35-yard touchdown reception from Brendan Boudreau. The kick was good. Cavaliers led 7-zip after one. Woodstock, though, scored 45 seconds into the second quarter. Max Miller, a 1-yard run. The kick was blocked. At 7:43 of the second, a 31-yard touchdown pass, Boudreau to Noah Zebron, and the kick was good. And then Miller with a 7-yard touchdown run. Two-point conversion at a little over 4:30 to go in the second quarter tied this game back up at 14. Each team had a couple of drives before the end of the half, but no go for either team. Each team with a turnover. Brendan Boudreau threw an interception in the second quarter, and Nolan Glenn with a fumble recovery off a fumble by the running back Miller of Woodstock in the second. So an even game on the scoreboard, even game as far as turnovers go, pretty even as well with penalties. And now I'll turn it over to my partner, Mike Porter, with some first half stats.
Yeah, we had some pretty good offensive stats here for the Cavaliers. It's kind of nice to see after last week. Our leading rusher for tonight so far is Brady Romanoli with 41 yards rushing, and Boudreau kicked in with 24 yards rushing. Cordell Wheatley had that one rush for 7 yards. Brendan Boudreau was 13 for 15 in passing for 120 yards. Noah Zebron with the leading receiver at 59 yards, and Seth Adams is right there with 53 yards, and they both have 2 touchdown catches. And Cordell Wheatley also has another reception for 8 yards. The Cavaliers were 4 for 5 on third downs, so they did really well on third down here. And I did not record a penalty for the Cavaliers. So they've done pretty well so far. Yeah. Offensively, defensively, they're going to have to hold back that Woodstock rushing attack, because that Miller's been pretty successful running the ball against the Cavaliers defense. So overall, I think the Cavaliers had a pretty good offense our first half. They just need to tighten up that defense going forward.
14-14 here at the half. You're listening to the Locker Room Halftime Show from Woodstock High School, and we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about what's going on at LP this weekend, do a little background of Woodstock High School, and we'll have a check of the Subway scoreboard update. 14-14, it is tied up between LP and Woodstock from Woodstock High School. We'll be back with more Locker Room halftime coverage after this on your home for the Cavs, 103.9 WLPO. Jeremy Aiken, Mike Porter back here from Woodstock High School as we continue the locker room halftime show. And a lot of entertainment here at halftime. We had cheerleaders, the dance team, the band still waiting to go for Woodstock. And we're waiting for some kind of a homecoming court to come out, but haven't seen that of yet. So we'll see when that happens, but we'll be ready for it. In the meantime, Mike, I know you checked out the schedule for this weekend. What's going on besides football for LP Athletics?
Yeah, LP's got a lot of things going on, and the fall season, as we've said before, is in full swing for sure. The girls varsity volleyball team is at West Carroll tomorrow. The girls freshman volleyball team is in the Mendota tournament at Mendota High School. Girls varsity tennis is at the Purple Gold Invite. And when I first saw that, I thought that was at Mendota, but that's actually at Bloomington High School. The fresh soft tennis team has got the I-8 conference tournament being held at LP Sports Complex. The sophomore volleyball team is at the Byron tournament in Byron, Illinois. The girls and boys varsity cross-country teams are running tomorrow in Streator. And the varsity soccer team is, the boys varsity soccer team is at Serena. So a lot of things going on this weekend, and specifically, and I also would like to send out a congratulations to some sectional qualifiers in golf. The boys golf team sectional qualifiers are Will McLaughlin, Riley Setwinski, and Micah Malata. They are going to be they qualified for sectionals, and they're going to be playing in Freeport on Monday. And the girls had a sectional qualifier at Allie Thome. She'll be playing in Normal on Monday, so good luck to those 4 golfers as they try to get to the state tournament, which I know is extremely competitive in golf. So it'll be good to see if one of those 4, maybe all 4 of them, but at least 1 or 2 can qualify for state coming up next week.
It's hard to believe that postseason for fall sports is already starting. You mentioned, Mike, with golf, and I saw the seating was out for boys soccer, so that's right around the corner. Won't be too much longer. The volleyball seedings in the brackets will come out, so it goes by in a hurry.
It certainly does, and obviously, here we are playing in our, 6th football game here tonight, so that's just proof in the pudding that the fall season does, once it starts, it does not stop. It moves quickly, so state qualifying for many teams is happening as we speak.
Of course, we're at Woodstock High School, and famous, of course, Woodstock for being shown in the movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray, and of course, Woodstock, the name of Snoopy's buddy in Peanuts. You looked up some other details about Woodstock and Woodstock High School specifically.
Yeah, Woodstock specifically. It was opened in 1921, so it is over 100 years old. The building behind us here is a massive structure, but it does look pretty old from what we saw. Obviously, it's the Woodstock Blue Streaks, and they've actually had some success on the football field here over the past years. In 1983, they were the Class 4A state champion, and in 1997, they were the Class 5A state champion. So having a state football championship in your history is a pretty good accomplishment, and to have 2 is a really good accomplishment. Obviously, some schools, Joliet Catholics, Mount Carmel's have, 8, 10, 12, whatever titles, but for a small school out here in Woodstock, Illinois, for them to have 2 state championships, that's pretty good accomplishment. And as far as I did see some notable alumni at the Woodstock High School, we have Jeff Curran. He's a retired professional mixed martial artist. So that's got to be relatively recent.
Yeah.
Mixed martial arts hasn't been out that long from what I understand. And Gigi Good, a drag artist, she was the runner-up on season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race. So it's all kinds here up in Woodstock. So congratulations to Gigi and Jeff Curran as our notable alumni at Woodstock High School.
So there you go. That's a look into Woodstock. And, it is definitely an old-school-looking high school. And this is an old-school-looking football field. They do have new LED lights, though, in the scoreboard. Nice, bright lights to count down the numbers. And we were worried the yard lines on the field during the freshman-sophomore game, you could barely see them when the sun was still shining. But once the lights took effect, it really brought out the...
I don't know. They put some phosphorus phosphorescent paint out there with the numbers, because you can definitely see them, and it's a nice facility.
Yep.
The opposing fans do have a little disadvantage because they're lower. The bleachers seem to be lower than the track and field there, so unless you're basically standing in the top 2 rows of the bleachers, you're not going to be able to see over the players as they stand on the sideline. So a little bit of a disadvantage for the Cavalier fans on the other side of the field. So that would be one of the disadvantages here, other than the almost 2-hour drive.
Yeah, and I tried to tell as many people as I knew that may be coming that it's from 2 years ago. I remember it being that setup where there's only, to begin with, about 5 rows of bleachers on the visitor side. And if you're in the front row, I mean, you're almost sitting on the ground.
Yes.
And with the LP team standing up, it is very hard to see. So if you don't have a top row seat on the visiting side, well, you pretty much need to stand to see the action. But still a nice crowd that has made the drive from LP on what has turned out to be another nice night for high school football here at Woodstock High School. We're going to take our another break here during the locker room halftime show. When we come back, we'll talk about what we think will be our second half adjustment. Going to need to be some adjustments made on both sides as this game is all knotted up here at the half. 14-14, Woodstock will get the ball to start the second half. You're listening to LP Cavalier football on 103.9 at WLPO. And, of course, watching the LP Cavaliers in high definition on the Star Rock Media YouTube channel, courtesy of City Center Rehab. We'll continue our halftime show after these messages.
LP Cavalier football live stream is presented by City Center Rehabilitation. When it comes to
Jeremy Aiken and Mike Porter back here at LP High School as we continue our
sports medicine, you have a choice. City Center in downtown Peru.
Announced right now. And it looked like there was at least one football player on their homecoming court.
Yeah, I saw maybe 2 total. So.
And we're going to continue with our second half adjustment. And our second half adjustment is brought to you by the Gergovich Family Chiropractic. Everyone needs a chiropractor on their healthcare team. Search Gergovich Family Chiropractic to see all the ways having a chiropractor on your team can help you lead to a healthy lifestyle. And Mike, well, a lot of work to do here with a tie game at the half. And really, which team makes the right adjustments probably going to win this one.
Yeah, definitely not over by any stretch of the imagination, 14-14, and I think the Cavaliers need to do something about their run defense. Between Miller and Stoltz for Woodstock, they have over 110 yards rushing just in the first half. So if the Cavs have any hope of winning this game and continuing their way to the playoffs potentially, I think they need to stop the run and get Woodstock off the field and keep this crowd out of the game.
That is our Gergovich Family Chiropractic second half adjustment. Stop the run if you're on the LP defense. I think there's plenty of confidence in the LP offense, I think, tonight. The one drive that got derailed was just because of an interception.
No, the offense was doing very well. They did much more passing than rushing that I thought they would do, but overall they've been pretty successful. So they have to continue that, and the defense is just going to have to step up.
Yeah, Woodstock, I think, has dominated time of possession. They've had some long drives in that first half, and but we're all tied up at 14, so it's anybody's ball game with 2 full quarters to go. And I'm going to check some scores here. A few of the games across northern Illinois. Princeton, a showdown with Kewanee. About 4 minutes left. Princeton well on their way to a win. They lead 37-14.
Wow. Okay.
Homecoming for Hall. They lead in their game. Last check there for the Red Devils is 32-24 over Chillicothe IBC. So that game is still up for grabs.
Yep, that's tight.
Bureau Valley's playing Sterling Newman. Sterling Newman edges Bureau Valley 20-14. So that was a close game. Ottawa and Woodstock North is Ottawa 21, Woodstock North 14.
Okay.
So there's 8.5 left to go in the third. I think that one was, Ottawa was up 21-7 at the half, so Woodstock North
came back a little bit.
Is making that one a game at King Field. So we got ourselves a game right here, 14-14. We'll look and see. The last check, Mike, you had what, Morris 21-7 over Richmond Burton.
At halftime, correct.
I'm going to look up that Sycamore-Canelan score. And at last check, with 5:40 to go, Canelan 21-14 over Sycamore.
Wow.
So that's coming down to the wire. That game's at Sycamore as well. Through 3 quarters, Marquette over Ridgewood, 36-12. And let's get a score for that 8-man game. Amboy Lamoille, if they win over Milledgeville, 32-20. A battle of 2 of the top 8-man football teams. Of course, tomorrow will be St. Bede hosting Elmwood Park and Mendota. A Saturday game at home against Riverdale.
Hey, it looks like your Moline Maroons got a forfeit win tonight, huh?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Alleman.
Okay.
And Alleman obviously
football this year.
And Moline couldn't find a team to fill that void, so the Maroons will take a forfeit victory. I think that evens the record at 3-3.
It does, so that doesn't really help on playoff points.
No.
Either, so.
So we'll see. We'll try to get a UT score as well. UT playing Rock Island over that way. And again, UT, anytime they can win some games, will
yeah, it's surprising
help the
to see
Cavaliers.
Rock Island 0-5
yeah.
coming into that game. UT, of course, is 2-4.
Streeter in a wild one at the end of 3, 46-21 lead over Lyle. So the Bulldogs well on their way to getting a victory.
They've struggled this year, so it's kind of good to see Streeter have some success tonight.
Well, that's going to wrap up our locker room halftime show as we're ready for the second half as Seth Adams kicks it off and kicks it into the end zone for a second half opening touchback. 14-14. LP and Woodstock all knotted up. It's a big game. The Cavaliers are 3-2. A win gets them one win away from becoming playoff eligible with 3 games left. You lose this game, you have 3 games to win 2. And again, 2 of the 3 games against State Powers, Sycamore and Caneland. So we'll see if they can make some adjustments and slow down this Woodstock rushing attack. They start with Stoltz and Miller in the backfield behind their sophomore quarterback Thompson. Thompson going to throw, and it's caught at the 25, and he gets out to about the 30, and that is his favorite receiver, Keaton Perkins. Tackle made by Caleb Kennedy.
10-yard, quick 10
first
yards
down.
there.
Yep.
Brought down at the end of the play by number 11, Caleb Kennedy.
First down on a 10-yard pass play to open the second half.
Pass is good for a blue streak. First down.
Now I formation for Woodstock. 3 receivers, 2 to the right side. Short side of the field for Woodstock. Thompson with a hard count, and nobody came across the neutral zone. There's a handoff to Miller. He gets it out past the 35.
Mikey Hartman with the tackle.
And the Woodstock student section going crazy about
something just happened over there.
There's a Woodstock finest, a police officer. Maybe there was a proposal. Something going on. He's holding up a sign. Second down and 6, or second down and 4.
Yeah, that was the most excitement for a 6-yard run.
Thompson back under center for Woodstock. He's going to run the counter, and there's Miller trying to break away from a tackler and bringing him down for LP. Was number 72, Ricardo Santiago, but a first down carry for Miller.
Yeah, that tackle was actually, he was pushing him forward.
Yeah.
So it's not like he brought him straight down. Ricardo Santiago was pushing him forward, so he gained about 3 yards extra after that run.
Got out to the 40. First and 10, Woodstock.
2 quick first downs here to start the third quarter.
Thompson back in the I formation under center and hands it off again to Miller. On the corner, 45, stiff arms Kennedy and pushed out of bounds near the first down marker. I think he has it right at midfield.
Give him the 50-yard line, so that's the first down again.
So another first down for Woodstock.
Rushing attempt is good for another blue streak. First down.
First down, Woodstock. They're quickly out to the 50. 2 first downs. They've gained 30 yards on this drive so far. Clock stopped at 10:23 to go in the third. Back to the I formation. Just some power football right now for Woodstock. Now they're going to pass. And they tried that quick out to Perkins. This one sailed out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, same exact play as the one they did on the first play of the drive.
So second and 10 on the incomplete pass. Kennedy with the coverage for the Cavaliers. Ottawa gets the score back. It's a wild one. They're up 28-14 over Woodstock North. Right at midfield is Woodstock, and again a hard count, but LP stays at home. There is another handoff to Miller, and he gets out to about the 45. Tackled down for the Cavaliers by Joshua Bickford and also Cameron Olivero. And do we have an injury here?
No, someone's limping.
Miller's coming up limping, yep.
So that'll slow him up a little bit.
So he got taken out with a low tackle. Let's see if Miller can shake it off as he's limping towards the Woodstock bench. And we got a 3rd and 5 for Woodstock at the 45. Got to think it'd probably be 4 down territory here. Maybe not.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say.
Let's hope LP forces them to think about it here. On a 3rd and 5. Thompson under center, and there's that counter.
Yep, that counter.
And he's pushing forward, got about 3.
Ooh, maybe 4.
Yep, at the bottom of the pile for the Cavaliers was Danny Beavers. Gain of 4. It's 4th and short coming up for Woodstock, so an interesting call here. I think it's a no-brainer probably.
Yeah, I'd say they're going to be going for it here.
With that big offensive line and them having so much success running the football. Question becomes, is it a quarterback keeper or do they hand it off maybe to Stoltz?
Yeah, I'm not going to guess this time. I didn't do a real good job the last time, so looks like they're just going to follow that up.
Whistle blows and Woodstock calling a timeout.
Yep. Coach wasn't sure what he wanted to do there.
Stuart Reeder, number 34, is the replacement for Miller. And Miller, that timeout as well is going to give Miller time to maybe get back. I said Miller time.
I don't know. He's still a little limpy over there. So.
It looks like he's wanting to come back in, though. Yep.
There he goes, yep.
So that timeout allowed their top running back to get back into the game. So to be 4th and about a half a yard for Woodstock. A full yard, I guess. About a half.
Yeah, it's close.
The first down marker is just outside the 40 of LP. 9:13 to go, and that's the first time out used by either team here in the second half. 4th and 1 coming up for Woodstock. Miller is back out there. And actually,
they got an extra lineman in the backfield.
Oh, yeah, yep.
What do they call that? The old Washington Redskins. I don't remember what they called that, but
yeah, they got a big old
beef out there.
Big old lineman at fullback, and they're going to give it to Miller.
Yeah, big block there.
Yep, and it worked.
Yep.
He needed 1, and he got just inside the 40, so give him about 2 on that carry.
Yep.
Followed the big blocker. It was number 71, a lineman. Yep. Tyler Moon goes about 280, was a fullback there.
Beavers and Glynn on the tackle.
So power football for Woodstock.
Yep.
We're under 9 minutes to go in the third. Opening drive of the half, and Woodstock moving the ball down the field.
Methodically, yep.
And
another timeout, perhaps?
Or LP called timeout?
Wow. Okay, well.
So the LP defense, they didn't like what they saw. So in this close game, both teams have had to use a timeout just about 3 minutes into the half.
Yeah, you don't like to see that generally if you're a coach. But Woodstock here, you know, they've already driven the ball 41 yards with LP not putting up much defense here. So they got to figure something out.
Still late in the fourth quarter. Canelan with 1.5 minutes to go, up 21-14 over Sycamore. What a win that would be for Canelan, who fell this year to Morris.
Yeah, that'll make the conference race a little bit more interesting, too, I would imagine.
You would have Sycamore and Canelan each with a loss. Morris would be the lone unbeaten.
Yep, and I would imagine Sycamore has to play yet, Morris.
Week 9.
Week 9, there you go. So, yeah, it could be a 3-way tie for the conference title.
First down for Woodstock at the Cavalier 39. Thompson under center, straight drop back pass. Looking deep for Perkins. He comes back and gets it. He threw it short, and Caleb didn't turn around in time for LP. Perkins saw that it was going to be short and came back and got it and catches it down to the 13-yard line. 26-yard pass from Thompson to Perkins. And just like that, Woodstock back in the Derek Brayton, Edward Jones red zone. First and 10, Woodstock at the LP 13-yard line.
Yeah, the receiver made a nice adjustment there. The defender just didn't follow where the ball was.
I formation for Woodstock. They're going to go with Miller, and he is tripped up. A nice tackle made by Bickford.
Yep, Josh Bickford in the backfield. No
one of the linebackers making that tackle for LP.
Number 42, Joshua Bickford.
One of the better tackles of the night so far.
That'll bring up second down and 10 from the 13.
Second and 10, Woodstock at the Cavalier 13. We're under 8 minutes to go in this third quarter. Another methodical drive.
Yes.
For Woodstock. I formation again for the Blue Streaks. Thompson under center. Play action pass. He's in trouble.
Yep, there's a holding.
Yep, throws, and it's caught inside the 10, going into the end zone, but you're on it, Mike. Let's see if it's coming back.
Yep, he's the head official standing here saying, yep, hold offense.
It was thrown at the 15-yard line, so that will negate that touchdown pass.
Yeah, I think they can stop with the horn here.
That was Edgar Arana who made the catch, but it's coming back.
Yeah, it was pretty blatant here in the backfield. The left tackle grabbed the defender. I didn't see who was being held, but it was pretty obvious.
And now everybody's realizing it on the Woodstock side of the field here, and the Boo Birds come out.
Holding on the offense.
But no real fight put up by the coaching staff here. They must have saw the same thing you saw, Mike. And I'll move it back to about the 23, so a 10-yard loss.
So it looks like about, what, 2nd and 19?
But most importantly, took the 6 off the board. Yeah, they can get a first down. 2nd and about 20, they'll say.
Yep.
7:37 to go here in the third. And they're going to pitch it to Miller. He's got a big blocker in front of him. And he tried to stiff arm Seth Adams, who's now playing on defense, and Adams took him down. Mikey Hartman was there as well for LP. And it'll be 3rd down and still long.
Yeah, it's probably like a 3 or 4 yard gain there.
They mark it at about the 18 of LP, so gain of 5. 3rd and 15, so that's a huge holding call against Woodstock.
Yep.
In more ways than one. Under 7 minutes to go in this third quarter. We're still knotted up at 14. Woodstock has had the ball so far all of the second half.
Yep, you're going to have to watch Keaton Perkins here.
Yeah.
There's that counter again.
And with a full head of steam is the running back. He gets it inside the 15 down about the 12. That was Miller.
Beavers again with the tackle. Here comes the field goal kicker.
Down about the 12. This will be 4th and 9, and let's see if Woodstock tries a field goal here. If it was LP, it'd be a no-brainer to kick the field goal. Yep, I think they're going to kick it. Yep, it's going to be about a 28-yard field goal here. Tafoya, the kicker.
6-foot junior.
28-yarder. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it's got distance. And no good. It must have been wide right.
Was it wide right?
Yep, he had the distance, but wide right.
Brings back memories of the old Florida State games. Wide right.
So LP's defense in the end comes up with the stand. That one took half of the quarter. 5:58 to go here in the third. And it is 14 all between LP and Woodstock. Let's see if the Cavaliers now can do an impressive drive from 80 yards out, as this drive will start right at the 20. The kicker had the distance, but just shanked it a little bit to Foya.
After the change of possession, the Cavaliers will take over at the 20-yard line.
Late substitution here for the Cavs.
Let's hope they don't have to use a timeout like they've had to do a few
I think
times.
they just blew the whistle there, so.
And it was the center. Boudreaux in the shotgun. Brendan hands it off to Romanoli. Brady going to be brought down at about the 20. Nothing there for Romanoli.
He's been pretty quiet this game. I haven't said Romanoli's name very often.
No gain on the run. 2nd and 10.
Number 13,
LP going back to that no-huddle offense. Yeah, they were in quite the rhythm to start that game with a no-huddle offense. 3 receivers to the left of Boudreaux. Brennan's going to pass. Looks left, throws right, and it's caught. Seth Adams, see if he's got forward progress or not. He's going to be just
I don't know. The official
blew
the whistle quickly. Maybe Seth stepped out of bounds over there. I couldn't tell.
It's going to be 3rd and 1, so a gain of 9.
He stopped on the play by number 20, Daniel.
Stopped at the 29 of LP, so 3rd and 1. Clock is running, so he didn't step out of bounds.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know. They blew the whistle quickly.
Yeah, must have thought his forward progress was stopped right away. 3rd and 1 for LP. Here's a big play here. Let's see if they go with Romanoli or maybe Boudreau and a quarterback keeper. And straight run by Boudreau. He's got the first down. Brennan's still going. And going to be tackled out of bounds just shy of the 40. So a straight quarterback run there, design for Boudreau. Gets it out to the 38. He needed 1, and Brendan got 9 on that carry.
Yep. Big play for the Cavaliers offense.
Many times this year, if they've needed some tough short yardage and a big play, number 15's been the guy to go to, Brendan Boudreau.
Well, they're going to rely on that senior quarterback here.
1st and 10, LP at the 38.
Got a lot of seniors on this offense that know the importance of this game.
2 receivers to the right of Boudreau, and Pangersic goes in motion. And they're going to hand it off to Romanoli. Brady squirts through the middle.
Oh, he's still on his feet?
Still going.
He got 11, 12 yards on that play.
Looked like he was going to be stopped short of the 45, and all of a sudden a second burst. And Romanoli stopped just a yard short of midfield.
Wow.
He's out to the 49 of LP. First down, Cavaliers.
12-yard run on that play. Yeah, I thought he was down at the line of scrimmage.
I think a lot of the fans did too. Credit the officials for letting that go, by the way, and not having an early whistle. Thinking that Romanoli's forward progress had stopped. 1st and 10, LP at their own 49, just shy of midfield. Boudreau barking out the signals. Brennan is going to turn and hand it off. Romanoli's at the 50. Brady's at the 45. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Romanoli pops right up as he's ready to go again. A nice run by Romanoli of 9 for the Cavaliers down to the Woodstock 42-yard line. So now we're starting to see Romanoli get rolling here.
Right as I said that we hadn't seen him very often. He's been rolling off 30 or 21 yards.
3.5 minutes to go in the third. 14-14 is the score. Boudreau again, a handoff Romanoli. Brady turns it inside, first down and more. Inside the 40 down to about the 37-yard line of Woodstock. Brady got 5, needed only 1. Actually down to about the 36, so give him 6 on that carry. Miller with a tackle for Woodstock. 1st and 10, LP with a fresh set of downs. And we're seeing an impressive drive for the Cavaliers here. This drive started at the 20.
This is exactly what they needed to do after holding the Woodstock to that missed field goal.
1st and 10, Cavaliers. Kennedy split wide left. Adams and Zebron out wide right. Boudreau looks towards Coach Medina for the play call. In motion is Pangersic. Usually means a run.
Uh-oh.
Nobody was there. It's a busted play, and Boudreau gets hammered down back near the 40. And Coach Medina not happy with somebody there.
Yep, that was a misplay on by the running back, I believe.
So a loss of about 3. Back to the 39. And I've been noticing usually when Pangersic goes in motion, it's a run play for the Cavaliers tonight. So it is a loss of 3 with Boudreau. 2nd down and 13 for the Cavs at the Woodstock 39. Going to be about 2 minutes left in the third quarter when this ball is snapped to Brendan Boudreau. Straight drop back pass for Boudreau, looking right, overthrows Pangersic. He had Mason open. Incomplete. So an interesting call here for LP. Do you punt it and try to pin him deep?
Well, it's still 3rd down.
Oh, it's 3rd down. Yep. Got ahead of myself there.
Yep. He was thinking that one of the taller receivers was out there.
Yeah.
He's not the tallest out there. He's only runs 5'8".
Yeah, he's made some big catches, but that was way too high.
Yep.
For the LP receiver. Probably would have been high from about every receiver except Boudreau or Josh Seneca, which I noticed, by the way, Josh is in street clothes tonight. So Seneca not even dressed for game action this evening. Here's Boudreau on a 3rd and 13, still looking, Brennan rolling right, still looking, throwing, and heaves it over the head of Noah Zebron, and it goes incomplete. So now an interesting call here for LP. 4th and 13 at the Woodstock 39.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to punt the ball here.
Yep.
I don't think going for a field goal from this point is smart, in my opinion. just pin Woodstock inside the 10, hopefully, and rely on the defense to, maybe step up again and do something here. So
I don't know.
I don't see Seth Adams out there. It looks like it's going to be an offensive play. Wow, it's a pretty gutsy call here on 4th and 13.
So 4th and 13, and Adams is out there, but he's a wide receiver. So LP, a lot of confidence in their passing game. Brendan's going to pass. Here he goes. Looking deep over the middle to Adams. Goes and gets it, but can't bring it down. Adams had it, but then he had a couple Woodstock defenders hit him.
Yeah, he had 3 defenders on him. He had his hands on the ball, but he just could not pull it in. So 3 straight incomplete passes by Boudreaux, and LP will turn the ball over on downs here to Woodstock.
So now it puts some pressure on LP's defense as Woodstock takes over at their own 39-yard line. Adams got open over the middle, but he couldn't complete the catch, as he did have a couple of Woodstock players on top of him.
It was a pretty crowded area there where that ball was going to be thrown.
So Woodstock fans are roaring as their defense makes a stop. High formation offense for the Blue Streaks. A handoff and all over the running back for LP. It looked to be Nolan Glenn again. He's got to be a candidate for a player of the game. He's got a fumble recovery and big tackle there. Glenn was all over Miller, the ball carrier.
Yeah, the interior linebackers for the Cavaliers have been pretty busy tonight.
They'll give Miller 1 yard on that carry. Out to the 40. So 2nd and 9 coming up for Woodstock. Kennedy on Perkins. Perkins has been their top receiver. Split backfield for Woodstock once again. Oh!
I think that's going to be...
Did LP? LP jumped off sides.
Say that's offside.
So instead of a 2nd and 9, it'll be 2nd and 4 for Woodstock.
Offsides on the defense.
So LP was overzealous there. They didn't have a penalty in the first half.
Nope, that's the first penalty of the game.
Wow. We're under a minute to play in this third quarter. Clock is rolling, and it's still 14-all. No points scored yet here in the third. Woodstock came the closest with a field goal attempt from 28 yards, but missed it. High formation for the Blue Streaks, and they're going to hand it off to Miller. Oh, hammered down.
Backfield by Ricardo Santiago.
Yeah. If we still had the hit of the game, that was it right there. Santiago with a TFL tackle for a loss. Swallowed up the defender. I guess it was not actually Miller. It was Reeder, number 34. And he had nowhere to go. Santiago, from his nose guard position, was all over him. And Woodstock's going to go ahead and let the rest of the third quarter tick away.
Okay.
So nobody got on the board in that third quarter. It's still very much undecided. LP 14, Woodstock 14. Coming back for an exciting 12 minutes. We'll see if it's the final quarter of the night or if we're going overtime. A lot of football left. LP Cavalier football on 103.9 WLPO. 14-all, Woodstock and Cavaliers. When we come back, it'll be a big 3rd and 5. See if the LP defense can come up with a stop against the Woodstock Blue Streaks.
You have a choice. City Center Rehabilitation. You do have a choice. If you've had a sports injury or any kind of injury and need rehab, City Center Rehabilitation. And City Center Rehab does it all. Sports enhancement, sports medicine, aquatic therapy, athletic training, and more. If you need physical therapy, you can choose where you go. Choose City Center Rehabilitation in Peru. See more at citycenter-rehab.com. Gergovich Family Chiropractic in LaSalle is a proud supporter of high school sports. Dr. Gergovich utilizes the most advanced technology to provide effective care for men, women, and children of all ages. Whether you're getting down in a three-point stance, getting down off a ladder, or getting down on a dance floor, you need a chiropractor on your healthcare team. Search Gergovich Family Chiropractic today to see all the ways having Dr. Gergovich on your team can help you be happier, healthier, and pain-free.
Jeremy Aiken and Mike Porter back as we head to the fourth quarter underway. Santiago almost had the quarterback. He's still chasing Thompson down. He throws.
Incomplete. Oh, we're going to give him a personal foul on the defense.
Roughing the passer as LP was running after Thompson, and the head official threw a roughing the passer, and that's going to be a first down for Woodstock as he was brought down right on the LP sideline. The Cavaliers were going to force a fourth down on the incomplete pass, but boy, we talked about LP had not had penalties all night. And that's going to be a 15-yarder, and Woodstock going to move it down inside the LP 45-yard line. Wow. And they almost had the sack early on in that play.
Yep.
So Woodstock moves it down to the LP 41.
Yeah, that's going to be that could be the play of the game there for Woodstock because they probably would have punted at that point. Now they have a fresh set of downs, and they can keep running clock.
Each team with 2 timeouts left. 14-14. LP defense, see if they can come up with a turnover here. They've gotten 1 tonight. And Thompson with a handoff to the big guy up the middle, and he's inside the 35. That was number 10, Landon Stoltz. Down to about the 33-yard line. Gain of 8 for Woodstock. Bickford, another tackle for the Cavaliers. But a gain of 8 for Woodstock.
Rushing attempt by the Blue Streaks goes for a gain of 8. That'll bring up 2nd down and 2 from the 33.
Stoltz and Miller in the backfield for Woodstock. Their sophomore quarterback is Caden Thompson, and he's going to pass. And he's in trouble. He rolls left and evades the first tackler, brought down from behind, just shy of the 35. Making a tackle for LP was Landon Keeles. And nice tackle by Landon because it's really no gain. Yeah, 3rd and 4 now.
Number 4, Caden Thompson with the rushing attempt for the Blues.
Well, if you're Woodstock, Mike, I guess you're thinking it's 4-down territory, so it's 2nd and 4. Why not try to throw a big one?
Yeah.
Because now you still got 2 plays at 4 down, or 4 yards.
The game's been successful, so getting 4 yards, generally their thoughts are probably not that difficult.
3rd and 4 for Woodstock. We're down to 10.5 minutes to play in the ball game. All knotted up at 14. Thompson under center, and there's a counter to Miller. He's got the first down. Inside the 30, the ball came out, but the whistle had already blown.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep possession.
Good.
LP saying it's our football, but I heard the whistle blow. So Miller gets down to the 29, a gain of 6. Would have loved to seen that one on the camera on the YouTube, Star Rock Media YouTube, to see if he coughed that one up before he went down. So 1st and 10, Woodstock at the LP 29, and the clock is running. We're going to be under 10 minutes when this ball is snapped. Three receivers for Woodstock, 2 backs in the backfield. Thompson going to hand it off to Stoltz, and he's got a full head of steam down inside the 25-yard line. Gain of about 6.
Number 10, Landon Stoltz, the ball carrier for the Blue Streaks.
Down to the 23.
52, Royce Beavers.
Beavers with the tackle, but gain of 6.
Yeah, it's just this big offensive line is just wearing down the Cavalier defense.
2nd down and 4 now for Woodstock. And handoff to Stoltz, and he has stood up at the line that time. Looks like Glenn is there once again.
Yeah, he might have got 2 yards on that play, maybe 3.
Also look like Ricardo Santiago.
Number 10, Landon Stoltz,
looks like 2 yards there, so 3rd and 2.
Goes for a gain of 2. That'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 2 at the 21. Again, Woodstock has missed a field goal already tonight, so they may be a little shy about trying that again. Just outside the Derek Brayton Edward Jones red zone. There's that counter, and he was tackled from behind. Glenn had a hold of his jersey, and a couple of teammates.
I think it's going to be just
short. Yeah, going to be 4th and 1 coming up, so a gain of 1 for the ball carrier. Looked like Stoltz had that carry. So LP's forcing him to go for it here on a 4th down.
He stopped just short.
Yeah, this could very well be the play of the game here for the Cavaliers defense, because Woodstock gets the first down. They're just going to use more time, possibly score here. So
if you're LP, you got to stay on your toes and not be drawn off sides. I'm sure they'll try it here with a hard count. It's worked once tonight. So here we go, 4th and short, the play of the game so far. Oh, Woodstock's going to call timeout. So that leaves them with 1 remaining. We'll take a quick timeout as well. 7:50 to go, back in 30 seconds. 14 apiece, LP and Woodstock. $7:50 to go in this ball game. It is 14-14 between LP and Woodstock, and Woodstock has a 4th down and a yard to go from the 20-yard line. So here we go. Woodstock's had some power football all night long. See if the LP defense can make the defensive stand of the night. Thompson under center. And hands it off, and first down with a full head of steam. I mean, he handed it off to Miller, who was pretty much already at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was way out wide on the left-hand side, so he just handed the ball, and he just kind of leaned forward.
So a big first down run by Miller keeps this huge drive alive down to about the 18-yard line. He got 2 yards.
Yeah, he didn't need much.
1st and 10, a fresh set of downs for Woodstock. LP desperately in need of a turnover here. Or maybe a big negative play at least. And they hand it off to Miller, and he runs into a couple defenders, gets past them, and into the secondary for LP, having to make the tackle. Looked to be Will Murtis and Mikey Hartman were there.
Yeah, he had a 6-yard gain on that play.
All the way down to the 12.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 4 from the 12.
Looked like LP was going to stop him maybe just for a yard or 2. So 2nd down and 4 after the gain of 6 for Woodstock. They're at the Cavalier 12-yard line. I formation for Woodstock. Thompson taking his time at quarterback. And a handoff to Miller, and he's brought down.
Oh, fumble again, but I think the Woodstock recovered.
And they said he was down.
Okay.
And he's pretty close to the first down was Miller.
I think so.
Oh, they're going to say first down, so it'll be 1st and goal for Woodstock. They're going to mark it at about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Well, Maximus is living up to his name here.
Oh, yeah.
He's been the workhorse tonight.
1st and goal at the 7. Going to be less than 6 minutes to go in this game. Thompson under center. Again, taking his time. Time is on Woodstock's side here.
Yep, he's just watching the back official there to make that 10-second runoff, and then he'll hike the ball.
Just a quick dive off right tackle by Stoltz. And gets it down about the 5, so give him 2. Second and goal from the 5.
For a gain of 2. That'll bring up second and goal from the 5.
LP with 2 timeouts left. Woodstock with 1. And be about close to 5 minutes to go in this game when they snap this ball.
Yeah, they're working this clock exactly how you're supposed to.
Same setup with Thompson under center, split backfield for Woodstock. And they run that counter, and a nice tackle from behind. Looked like Glenn again brought Miller down. Heck of a tackle.
Nice
Max Miller, the ball
no gain there.
Brought down in the play by number 53, Nolan Glenn.
Glenn is my favorite for the player of the game here tonight.
No gain on the play. He'll bring up
on defense.
Well, they definitely had a lot of opportunities to make tackles and make plays because the Woodstock offense has been on the field for quite some time.
So 3rd and goal at the 5 now for Woodstock. He'd love to force them into a 4th and at least, 4 or 5 yards to go.
Yep.
Now Woodstock's going to spread it out a bit. 3 receivers. Peterson in the shotgun. He's looking to pass. Tucking it, and he's hit! And there's a flag behind the play that should be a
hold.
And also, there's 2 flags at the line of scrimmage. And also, Thompson threw the ball with no receiver by him to avoid the sack. It almost could have been intentional grounding on top of it. I couldn't quite see which Cavalier had a hold of him. And the Cavaliers are clapping. 2 flags right at the 10-yard line. Got to believe it's a hold on Woodstock. And let's see. And I think they're waiting to see what LP wants to do. You got to accept it and move them back here.
Yeah, they're giving the down again.
And the spot of the foul was at about the 10. And it is holding on the Blue Streaks. Now they're declining it.
Oh, it's 4th down now. So
wow. So they're going to make them go for it here on a 4th and goal.
Wow.
Okay, it's an interesting call.
Well, I guess they want them to run extra time on the clock, I guess. I mean, they're past the 10-yard line.
Well, they moved him back.
Yeah.
So they're going to. I think they're going to say he got sacked, Mike.
Oh, okay. All right.
So maybe that. Oh, they're going to try a field goal here.
No.
Going to try another field goal. Again, this is about another 28-yard field goal from the right hash mark. 28 yards. The kick is up. It's got distance again. This one's good from 28 yards. Tafoya makes it.
Kick is up and good from Darren Joni.
So LP made the decision to push or decline the penalty.
Actually, that's a different kicker.
Okay.
Darren Joni was the actual kicker on that one. So.
Seconds left to go in the game. Our score, the Blue Streaks.
So bottom line is Woodstock with a 17-14 lead, 3:36 to go in the game. They missed a 28-yarder earlier. That one was good by Joni. It was Tafoya who missed one earlier in the half. So LP gets the sack and forces a field goal attempt on the hold. And so they chose to decline the penalty. But now the Cavaliers offense needs to go to work. They have 3:36 and 2 timeouts to use.
Yeah, it was all rushing on that drive, the last 2 drives for Woodstock. They did not try to throw the ball, or they had that one incomplete, but all on the ground for Woodstock. So take off a lot of time, give the Cavs 3 minutes and 36 seconds to at least try to get them into field goal range.
So we're in for a big finish here.
We can call it a barn burner.
It's definitely a barn burner. Short kick.
Is it going to go out of bounds?
And nice. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Romanoli let it go, and it's going to be a penalty on Woodstock. And
Joni made the field goal, and then he kicked it out of bounds. So
Cavaliers will start their drive at the 40.
Yeah, that's a huge play for the Cavaliers.
Again, LP with one of the best kickers in the state with Seth Adams. Actually, they'll start the drive at the 35. 1st and 10 LP, 3:36 to go. Plenty of time to get into field goal range. And they got 2 timeouts.
The ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line. That's the Cavaliers will start their
LP coming out with 4 receivers. Boudreau in the shotgun. Straight drop back for Brendan. He's looking right, throwing left to Wheatley. It's caught. And Cordell going to be stopped short of the first down, but a gain of about 8. Out past the 40, tackled it around the 43. I think I mark it actually at the 44, so give him 9 yards.
Yeah, that was a nice catch by Cordell. It was kind of over his shoulder.
8 yards on the catch, and he went out of bounds, so the clock stops at 3.5 minutes. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Cavaliers at their own 43. Boudreau going to pass again, looks right,
deep.
Throws left, wide open is Zebron, out past the 50 and goes out of bounds.
Yep, he was looking deep, so no one was open, so he went over to Zebron, and he made the catch and went out of bounds, got the first down. So all good on that play by the Cavaliers.
1st and 10 LP at the Woodstock 49-yard line.
8-yard gain on that play.
3:23 to go. Brendan Boudreau by far his most completions of any game this season here tonight. And Boudreau back to pass, looking right, throwing out in the flat to Adams. Seth cannot make, nope, he breaks one tackle, jukes his way, and gets gain out of what could have been a loss, and he was able to get tackled out of bounds. He only got still 1 yard, but could have been a loss of close to 5.
Yeah, and plus he got, like you said, out of bounds is more important, is just as important too.
So they'll move it to the 48. It's 2nd down and 9 for LP. Couple substitutions coming in for the Cavs. You got Hartman, Adams, Zebron, and Wheatley as the receivers. Romanoli in the backfield to the left of Boudreau. Brennan back to pass, looking, still looking. Throws it, incomplete. He threw it towards the sideline, and it was intended for Mikey Hartman. And LP looking at a 3rd and 9 now.
Yeah, they're going to have to try to get at least 5-6 yards on here, or maybe don't have to get them all at one time, but big play here. You don't want to go to 4th and 9.
And a barn burner in Ottawa, 28-27. Ottawa with 2 minutes to go over Woodstock North.
At one point, Morris was beating Richmond Burton 35-7.
Wow.
So big.
Not a barn burner. LP's going to have to use their 2nd timeout.
No, state-ranked teams.
Yeah.
Morris is taking care of Richmond Burton, so.
Timeout taken by the Cavaliers.
Cavaliers use their 2nd timeout. 1 left. 3:07 to go in this game. Cavaliers 3rd and 9 at the Woodstock 48-yard line. We've reached 10 o'clock on a 103.9 FM, 1220 AM, WLPO, LaSalle, Peru, Oglesby. We're from Woodstock High School, week 6, and it's been a heck of a game. The Cavaliers have been held scoreless in the 2nd half. Woodstock North just kicked a field goal about 20 seconds ago, and they lead on their homecoming 17-14. Woodstock looking for their first win of the season.
Yeah, the Cavaliers started this drive pretty well with 2 8-yard gains to get a quick first down, but they just kind of stalled here as they passed midfield. Crowd is into it for sure on the Woodstock side.
Got Europe, a final countdown being played. 3rd and 9 for LP, 3:07 to go in this one. Boudreau in the shotgun, Brennan with plenty of time, throws it out in the flat to Romanoli. See if Brady can make the man miss. 45, ooh, pretty late hit, but as a ref, you let that one go this late in the game. Romanoli out at about the 44. Gain of about 4. So it's be a 4th down for the Cavs at the Woodstock 44-yard line. First down markers at the 39. So 4th and 5 for the Cavaliers. A lot of times this has been when Brennan Boudreau's looked to pass and then tucks it under.
Right.
Let's see. Well, Boudreau doesn't know what play it is. And
late call here.
Yeah, LP looks to be a little shaken up here. 4th and 5, Boudreau.
Discombobulated.
Throwing deep, he has a man. It's almost intercepted. It was tipped and Zebron tried to come back for it. And it falls incomplete.
Yeah, I don't think that was the play the Cavaliers wanted at all.
Cavaliers looked, as Mike mentioned, discombobulated. That was a word I couldn't come up with.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Cavaliers, I believe they had a timeout. They could have used it at that point. Obviously, it's kind of hard to think about it in the moment, but the Cavaliers were not organized at all in that offensive sequence at the end. So Woodstock has it, 1st down and 10.
So LP can stop the clock only once. 2:54 to go in this game. No 2-minute warnings in high school.
Yeah, and Woodstock's not going to be rushing. They're going to be rushing the ball, but they're not going to be rushing the time. So
LP going to try to get a strip here.
They need to get it.
There's the counter to Stoltz. And he gets a nice gain out to about the 49-yard line.
5-yard gain.
And LP not going to use that timeout just yet.
Attempt goes for a gain of 5 yards.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they do on this play. If they can, stop them here, they use that timeout here.
And Woodstock going to drain this clock as much as they can. Again, no play clock, so have to depend on the officials. It's going to be about 2 minutes to go in this ball game when this ball is snapped by Woodstock. 1st down here will end the game, really. There's that handoff to Miller where he's got a full head of steam. And he's got a 1st down. Wow. 1st down, Woodstock. And they'll mark that just inside the 47. Oh, no.
Yet.
Wow. The head official is saying a 1st down. I think there's some disagreement between the officials. Yeah, they're going to have to talk about it. The head official was saying move the chains.
I mean, the head official's got the worst view of where the ball is.
Yeah, he's behind the play. But where the ball is spotted, it is behind the chain.
Yeah, it's very, very close.
And the scoreboard, obviously, they had it 1st and 10, but now they switch it back to 3rd and 1. Yeah, so they're going to say he was short.
Okay.
Well, let's see if LP can take advantage of this second life here.
Yeah, you're talking about 3rd and inches here, so.
And the whistle blows. And they're going to put more time on the clock. So you always got to start worrying about the clock late in the game like this. And now the clock will run. 1st down ends it here. LP with 1 timeout to go. And I guess now LP's going to time out. And why wouldn't you take it right away then? The Cavaliers let about 15 seconds go off the clock.
14 seconds. It was 2:05. Now it's 1:51.
So they call a timeout for this 3rd and 1. Yeah, 3rd and inches, really.
That's the last timeout for the Cavaliers. So they get, like you said, they get a 1st down here. That is pretty much game over. Woodstock would have their 1st win of the year and really put a damper on the Cavaliers' playoffs chances here.
Woodstock has lost 9 games in a row, so dating back to last year. They were 2-7 a year ago. LP, of course, finished 5-5. And Woodstock trying to finish this one off to get a homecoming win over the Cavaliers. It would definitely be an upset.
Yeah, I think overall, it was just this giant offensive line that just wore the Cavaliers' defense down. The running backs for Woodstock have been very successful tonight.
3rd and inches for Woodstock. They're in the I formation. And a late substitution for LP. Did they have too many men on the field?
No. Well,
doesn't matter. They ran it anyway. And they got a 1st down. That was Stoltz with the game-winning 1st down. They're going to take a knee now. And I think LP may have had 12 guys on the field anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
Kennedy tried to run off at the last second. So a tough one to swallow here as the Cavaliers came out, had an impressive opening drive, jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Credit Woodstock, they came right back and just made the plays when they needed to, a big field goal. is going to be the difference here. Each team with a turnover, so those were even.
Yep.
Kind of a hard one to figure out here tonight, but it looks like it's going to be a loss for LP as Woodstock takes the first knee. Will go down as a loss of 2 for their quarterback.
Not worried about those stats at this juncture.
Nope. Guess if you had Caden Thompson on your fantasy team, you're not a fan of that. So he'll take another knee, and that probably would be it. He's talking to the head official about how much time. Takes the knee, and that's it. Woodstock wins with a field goal at 3:36 to go in the game. They shut out the Cavaliers in the second half. LP makes the long road trip and falls to 3-3 with a 17-14 loss to Woodstock. Back with some final numbers and thoughts after this on 103.9 WLPO. Woodstock wins over LP 17-14.
Had surgery and need physical therapy. Did you know you have a choice? You broke your leg or tore a ligament and need physical therapy. Did you know you have a choice? City Center Rehabilitation. You do have a choice. If you've had a sports injury or any kind of injury and need rehab, City Center Rehabilitation. And City Center Rehab does it all. Sports enhancement, sports medicine, aquatic therapy, athletic training, and more. If you need physical therapy, you can choose where you go. Choose City Center Rehabilitation in Peru. See more at citycenter-rehab.com. Gergovich Family Chiropractic in LaSalle's a proud supporter of high school sports. Dr. Gergovich utilizes the most advanced technology to provide effective care for men, women, and children of all ages. Whether you're getting down in a three-point stance, getting down off a ladder, or getting down on a dance floor, you need a chiropractor on your healthcare team. Search Gergovich Family Chiropractic today to see all the ways having Dr. Gergovich on your team can help you be happier, healthier, and pain-free.
My mom is Ellen Creedy. She has taught us to be helpful, kind, and to support our community whenever we can. When she went out on her own, she just wanted to help everyone she could. Her promise is to save her clients the most, whether you're the one buying or selling. She'll be there from the beginning all the way to the closing. If you are looking for a place or are ready to sell, make the right move and call my mom, Ellen at Blackhawk Brokerage. Go Cavs!
You gotta call Grazier's.
Your water is running, it just won't stop.
What do? You gotta call Grazier's. For heating and cooling, what do? Give us a call. You gotta call Grazier's.
We're the ones who can stop the drips and the drip drops.
Winter, summer, spring, and fall. When you need us, give us a call. You gotta call Grazier's. 882-2111.
LP Cavalier football live stream is presented by City Center Rehabilitation. When it comes to aquatic therapy, industrial rehabilitation, physical therapy, and sports medicine, you have a choice. City Center in downtown Peru.
The PAT was blocked. LP then, about 3 minutes after that, a 31-yard touchdown pass, Boudreau to Zebron. The kick was good, but Woodstock scored with 4.5 minutes to go before the half. Miller, a 7-yard run. 2-point conversion was good. It was 14-all the way into the fourth quarter. Woodstock, at 3:36 to go, brought in their second kicker of the night after they missed a 28-yarder earlier in the second half. Darren Johnny kicked a 28-yarder. LP had one more possession. They got a couple quick completions, but a fourth down from just inside the Woodstock side of the field. Brendan Boudreau lofted a pass towards Noah Zebron, and it was incomplete. And that was it, as Woodstock was unable to get a first down, and LP couldn't stop the clock as Woodstock beats LP 17-14. Each team with a turnover. Brendan Boudreau was intercepted in the second, and a fumble by Miller in the second, recovered by Nolan Glenn for the Cavaliers. So that's the scoring summary And turnover summary. Now I'll turn it over to my partner, Mike Porter, with some final stats.
Yeah, it was looking pretty good after the second quarter. That first half, the Cavaliers did pretty well on offense, but it definitely stuttered here in the third and fourth quarter for sure. Brady Romanoli ended the night with 68 yards rushing. Brendan Boudreau had 30 yards rushing. Cordell Wheatley had that 7-yard run early in the game, and that's really about it for the extent of the rushing game for the Cavaliers. Brendan Boudreau was 18 for 25 for 140 yards, so great percentage-wise, completing 18 passes of 25 or out of 25, only 140 yards though. Noah Zebron was the leading receiver with 67 yards receiving. Seth Adams also had 63 yards receiving. Unfortunately, the Cavaliers' offense only had 7 plays in the fourth quarter, so they really had very little opportunities to do anything. They only had 2 penalties. They were also 5 for 8 on third down, so pretty good percentage there as far as completing on third down. They had that 1 turnover and, like I said, 2 penalties. So in some aspects of the game, the Cavaliers did play good, but they just did not have the opportunity on offense, and when they did, they just could not take advantage of anything. The Woodstock defensive line and offensive line just kind of manhandled the Cavaliers all night.
Yeah, I really think the difference, Mike, was just the ball control, long drives of Woodstock. Their ability to run the ball and drain the clock. You mentioned LP only had, 7 plays in the fourth quarter. LP just didn't have the ball enough.
They had 1 possession in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And, they just did not do anything when they had the ball. Woodstock controlled it from, that third and fourth quarter. It was all Woodstock. You have to give them credit for an 0-5 team.
Yep.
They, they didn't give up at all. They played as hard as they could, and they ended up winning this game. So we got to give them credit.
So that's a win for Woodstock, 17-14 over the Cavaliers. And we'll come back, and we'll have our Bill Walsh drive of the game, our First State Bank player of the game, and wrap it up from Woodstock. The Blue Streaks upset the Cavaliers 17-14. Woodstock with the 17-14 win over LP. And time now for our drive of the game, brought to you by the Bill Walsh Automotive Group. Find your next ride without doing any driving at all at BillWalsh.com. And yeah, I think, Mike, we'll go back to the very first drive of the game. Just a fluid offense. They came out firing with some passes, some runs. And boy, after that first drive, it didn't look like LP was, going to never not stop scoring every time they got the ball, but they ended up only scoring one more time after that. But Yeah, that opening drive, I think, we talked about getting off to a fast start, and they did tonight.
No, I mean, you start off with an 84-yard drive and put it in for a touchdown that was even between running and passing. They split the ball. Romanoli, Seth Adams, Boudreaux with a couple runs, and, ended with that 35-yard touchdown pass. So, I think we said start fast. They did. They, drove it down the field, and we were feeling pretty good after that. It's like, wow, this could be easy. But Woodstock really, turned something on after that drive and, really halted the Cavalier offense. So for one drive, the Cavaliers looked pretty good.
That is our Bill Walsh drive of the game. And now for your First Aid Bank Player of the Game, the LP Player of the Game brought to you by First Aid Bank. Locally owned, committed to exceptional service and banking products like Zelle and on-the-go mobile banking. To learn more, contact the winning team at First Aid Bank. Now, the lone turnover against Woodstock tonight was a fumble, and that was recovered by LP lineman Nolan Glenn. And he had a big tackle for a loss on the final drive for Woodstock. Unfortunately, Woodstock still got the field goal, but I remember it was a big 3rd and goal play, and Nolan had a big tackle, and we were calling his name quite a bit tonight. Number 53, Nolan plays both ways, plays on the line as well. So let's give our First Aid Bank Player of the Game to LP senior Nolan Glenn.
Yeah, he's well deserving of it for tonight's game. He was all over the field on the offense and the defense, and he made the big plays when the Cavaliers needed him. And we definitely said his name quite a few times on the defensive side of the ball. So well deserved, and unfortunately is not in a winning situation, but he was probably the standout player for tonight.
So Nolan Glenn is our First Aid Bank Player of the Game. I want to thank all our sponsors of LP Cavalier Football. GAF in Peru, who brought you the pregame show. LaSalle Body and Fender, Town & Country Services. Hometown National Bank, James Hardy. Eureka Savings Bank. Family Pride Cleaners, Edward Jones, Derek Brayton. Financial Plus Credit Union, Subway, Beck's Oil. The Locker Room, Gergovich Family Chiropractic. Bill Walsh Automotive Group, and First Aid Bank. We urge you to do business with all of our sponsors of LP Cavalier Football. And again, want to thank Michael Redman and John Small, engineering back at the WLPO studios. Want to thank Mike Sabatini behind the camera again on YouTube tonight at Starved Rock Media's YouTube channel. Want to thank my partner Mike Porter. Mike, just some final thoughts. I know obviously it's still going to be a fun week coming up with Ottawa coming to town. And it's going to be a must-win for LP to get back to that 4th win and give yourself a shot to still get in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, that's all you can do is, again, we talked about before tonight's game to forget about last week against that Morris game and to move on to play this game. And the Cavaliers are going to have to do the same thing because Ottawa is going to do everything they can to upset Cavalier homecoming festivities if they win next Friday night. And, obviously the biggest rival that the Cavaliers have. So the Cavaliers are just going to have to go out and play smart and, try to get back into the winning column because, this 2-game losing streak is, going to be hard for them. And, the playoffs are going to be really hard for the Cavaliers, but they're just going to have to put that aside and just think about the Pirates next week.
And we'll be on the air at about 7 o'clock at Howard Fellows Stadium for homecoming between LP and Ottawa. Look forward to it, as Ottawa was able to hang on 28-27 over Woodstock tonight. So both Ottawa and LP coming into that game with 3 wins and 3 losses. So, big game for both teams next week for homecoming. Well, again, the LP falls short here tonight, 17-14 to Woodstock. Hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast, and we're going to get ready to head back home and probably get home, we'll get home past midnight. Saturday morning, we'll be rolling into town. So I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. Obviously, wish